Down for these bitches, bump it down for these hoes, down for these bitches. You know how the shit go. Bump it down for these bitches, bump it down for these hoes, bump it down for these bitches. You know how that shit go. Bump it down for these bitches, bump it down for these hoes, bump it down for these bitches. You know how the shit go. Bump it down for these bitches, bump it down for these hoes. Down for these bitches, you know how that shit go.
Hit the bitch once, don't call her back. Hit the bitch once, now call her back. She on my phone, I tell her I ain't home. I ain't tryna tell her that the head was back. Bitch get mad, I fuck around, get smacked. I ain't really tryna go through all that. Say you want the truth, but I know that's cat, bitch. I'm an OG, don't fall for the trash. Talk back and get dropped. Raise the voice, the bitch pop. Think you the only baddie out here that shoot shot, bitch stop. I ain't like these simp niggas that open doors and wanna hold your hand. I'ma be the side dude inside you to see back to your man. Hoes say that I'm toxic. No, bitch, you niggas lost it. Lame niggas gassing up your head. I don't like bitch, get dick instead. Got hair while smoking on the end though. Then put the bitch in the friend zone. So many hoes can't worry about one. So pump it dumb hoes, yeah, one of them hoes, yeah.
Pump it down for these bitches, pump it down for these hoes, pump it down for these bitches. You know how the shit go. Pump it down for these bitches, pump it down for these hoes, pump it down for these bitches. You know how that shit go. Pump it down for these bitches, pump it down for these hoes, pump it down for these bitches. You know how the shit go. Pump it down for these bitches, pump it down for these hoes, pump it down for these bitches. You know how that shit go. Pump it down for these bitches, pump it down for these hoes. I don't give a fuck about nan, bitch. These sisters are the ones you control. Seven forces, son husbands, blue pill and sideline haters. You want to talk, I'll see you later. I don't wear a case, so I can save ya or dead ya. So what's going on? I'm coming to your home looking for some stone. You don't get down like that. What the fuck you at? That trick, bitch. I'm staying home. But here's the kicker. She wanna ask me go like I'm one of them niggas. I ain't got shit. Walmart away this hind hoes. You better for your ass some business. I ain't got time for that fuckery. I don't play games, I stay sucker free. I'm Mr. Palmer, better recognize me. I know you get down, you belong to the streets. Stop playing games, holla celibate. Say your body count is irrelevant. Man, you were just an embarrassment. Another pump it down, baby mama Terry. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how the shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how that shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how the shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how that shit go.
Baby mama terrorist. EMT. It's my baby mama terrorist. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama terrorist. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama terrorist. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Round and round, I play the Romans in the similar evil soul. In public, when they hello, behind closed doors, who rock them walls. I'm moving on, trying to teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, that I'm stressing. Cause my son's a give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Tell her you she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well, since I moved on, thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know if you lost your mind. Say my name, and I know your kind. Say my deadbeat bitch, you mine. Fighting that court, man, I'm trying. To be a father to my kids. She gon' get some good wrong shit. Worried about another bitch. Tell of us to go parent. Put my kids in grown folks' business. Tell them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split from that till you ain't me twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. My baby mama, all my child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, all my child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, all my child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, all my child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
All stand, please. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. This honorable court now stands adjourned, sine die. God save the state and this honorable court.
Yeah. You may be seated, motherfuckers. Order in the court. We going to trial today, man. For real. We definitely gonna go to trial today. I wasn't even gonna talk about this because I didn't know nothing about this. I did not. I just literally found out like 2 hours ago from my boy Ramil. He discussed it on his platform, but I ain't know nothing about it. I was actually gonna talk about a young teenage pregnant mother. Well, no, she had the kid, but she had the kid when she was in high school, who called her father a deadbeat because he wouldn't give her the car to go drive down somebody's crib and whoop their ass. I shit you not. The teenage daughter who got either one child or two called him a deadbeat on Facebook because he didn't let her get the car to go ride down and whoop some motherfucker's ass. I shit you not. But we're gonna talk about that another day, because when I found out about this Kevin Samuel situation, he's exposed for being on child support and also making less money than the ex-wife. Y'all niggas can't make this shit up, man. And is this coming from a bunch of baby mama terrorist women? Nope. Is it coming from his ex-wife? Nope. It's coming from these simp forces that I be talking about. And the sad part about it, some of these motherfuckers that's making videos about them were on child support or on child support, been to jail a couple of times, served time in prison. I know that from my own. I know that as a fact. But yet, they want to talk about another motherfucker that's on child support and making less money than, the person he was with. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm not on here to make any type of to come to his defense. He a grown ass man. He can make his own. He can handle his own business. But the reason why I'm talking about this, because I want y'all to learn. I want y'all to learn this, and I want y'all to take this to heart. When I tell y'all to keep them veins cold, this is exactly what I mean. Because when you're doing better for yourself, when you're fighting against the baby mama terrorists and the court system and everything else, you can have people come out the woodworks that you never thought that will go against you. Your own mother, your brother, your sister, your close friends, your colleagues, your co-workers, and so on. You only have a select few that understand where you're coming from and know that you fight for what's right. But when you do your thing and you start doing better, that's when people start coming at you. Or when you on your ass and you on the low of the totem pole, as long as you're doing good and you up in the high mountains, then everybody kissing your ass and tickling your chin. But when you fall off that horse, that's when you know who your true friends and families are. And unfortunately, when you do better, you get better, you living good, or you fighting a good fight, that's when you got these fake motherfuckers come around, want to dish you, talk about you, set you up for failure, bring up shit in the past, and so on. So the reason why I want to talk about this is to dissect the video that I've seen, and also let y'all understand that the Simp enforcer are they the managers of the baby mama terrorists. We already talked about one Simp enforcer, Umar Johnson, when he talked about all the men in the manosphere and talked about Kevin Samuels, sneak dissing, of course. But then he honored the queens, the same queens that we want to held accountable. But what does he do? He put a crown on their head anyway, even though they don't deserve it. But then you find out that he was put on child support by a goddess, baby mama terrorist queen, and alienated from seeing his daughter. Well, at least he can't see it the way he want to see it. He got to go to the grandma house. Grandma terrorism. Don't want to hold these motherfuckers no accountability or nothing like that. But you pocket watching another man, and then you want to all of a sudden, you want to sell your book as you call him and others out. So that's what I'm saying. You can't make this shit up. But before we kick this shit off, we definitely taking these Simp enforcers to trial. But what I want to do first, I want to shout out the people that's up in here. I want to give a shout out to King Mayor up in the building. My boy from Facebook, Marv Dukes from the UK. My boy Jaylon. We got Dr. Thunder up in this building. Hey, I just text you. I didn't. As soon as this video is done, I'm gonna definitely give you a call so we can dialogue. I want to give a shout out to King Life. I want to give a shout out to my boy Leroy from the West Coast. I want to give a shout out to Unpopping Opinions. We got Big Game up in here. $4.99 donation for Pump and Dump. Yeah, that's the single. Shout out to you, my brother. That's the single that me and Ramil recorded. We're gonna put it out there. He been doing more promotion than me because the stuff I'll be talking about ain't related to the song. But at the same time, since we talking about these Simp enforcers and these baby mama terrorists, and when you do better, I recommend for all you men who not married and don't have kids, pump and dump. And what I mean by pump and dump is wear your condoms, don't be knocking nobody up, live a freezing lifestyle if you're able to. That's what that means. Want to give a shout out to Angry Bus Driver. Want to give a shout out to who else up here? We got Angry Bus. Let me go back up. We got Angry Bus Driver. We got Lisa Smith. She said, "Love your intro music, Mr. Palmer. Appreciate you, sister." Gotta give a shout out to Mark for the $9.99 donation. Protect Kevin Samuels at all costs. Them Simp enforcers coming hard. Oh yeah, of course. They definitely come on. They ain't going nowhere. See, that's what I'm saying. The Simp enforcers are worse than the baby mama terrorists because the baby mama terrorists don't have to say shit, don't have to do shit. They just point their finger out. Why do you think a lot of men are in jail and a lot of men dead? Because a lot of these baby mama terrorists will go to that Simp enforcer and lie and say, he hit me, he beat me, and so on. And they go there, run to a bitch defense, go kill him. So one is dead, another one locked up. So she at the next nigga house, getting him fucked up and set up and getting him knocked up, put him on child support and everything else. That's what these motherfuckers do. As long as you got a Simp enforcers, they ain't got to do shit. They don't have to be held accountable. They don't have to change their ways. They can have a bunch of kids all they want. They can do whatever they want as long as you got a Simp enforcer come to these bitches' defense. Want to give a shout out to Angry Bus Driver. Yeah, he said, I talked to him. I already said something to him already. My boy Benjamin. We got Clan Killer. We got JJ Green up in the house. We got Judas Mays up in the house. Shout out to Wisconsin, man. We got Kill Deuce. We got Leroy Davis up in the building. We got who else up here? We got Flyboy, my boy Flyboy up in the building. Got Rocco Killer. We got my boy 8-0 up in the building. We got my boy Waze. You know what I'm saying? We got Ricky Manor up in this motherfucker. Shout out to Ricky Manor. That's my man for South Carolina. We finna cook today. We got Mark Wallace up in the building. And for everybody else that's up in here, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's definitely get them likes up. We definitely got to get them likes up. That's very important. We want to put this shit on the, on the algorithm and keep it going, keep it popping. I appreciate y'all that that tuned in yesterday with the lead attorney, and I'm glad he was on there telling you the same thing I've been telling y'all a while back. When you go to court, baby mama Terrence might be a baby mama Terrence, but she ain't got no record. She ain't got no physical abuse going on and drug habit, nothing like that. You gonna invest your money to lose it, or you gonna think lie to do something else? You can't make this shit up. This shit is real. Want to give a shout out to Mr. Hall. He up in the building. Keep the veins cold. Facts. We got Crook and Dodge up in the building. Plus, he got a $2 donation. He said, "Give me that hat, bro." LOL. I'm trying to get somebody to make the hat. I can't get nobody that want to put the fuck word on there. So in due time, I will have it out there. Angry bus driver say Moist Twatkins is a simp enforcer on the low too. That's why nobody watches bitch ass videos. Well, most of them baby boomer ass dudes are they the legendary simp enforcers. They brought it down to the future simp enforcers. So it is what it is. But that's why we're gonna talk about it. How these simp enforcers come to these baby mama tears defense. Ricky Madison, I can have it pressed through my outlet where I can press my get. Okay, well, if you can't, hey, hit me up, man. I need that because there's been so many people want to get this hat, man. I got the shirts and everything. You go on the bottom screen, you got the teespring.com, you got the Fuck Child Support t-shirt, the Baby Mama Tear shirt. I got the mask on deck. But the thing is, we can't make this shit up. And unfortunately, when you do better in life, when you're not the same person you are in the past, you have a lot of people that will go against you, baby mama terrorists, people that never liked you, or people that's pocket watching. You know what I'm saying? Lisa Smith says simps are such a turnoff. That's because you're a real woman. Most of these baby mama terrorists, all baby mama terrorists and these feminist women with the ideologies want a Derrick Jackson type. They want him to look like a man, but they want him to be a sucker. They don't want to be a lead. They want to be the go-to to go do their evil deeds. That's what they want a simp enforcer for. That's why I call them simp enforcers. They got the simp enforcement unit, DEAs. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of women, these low-life ass, feminist mindset ass, fake queen ass women of all colors want a simp enforcer. They don't want no man that's going to lead, that's going to handle business, that's going to teach them. They don't want that. They want to be able to run the house. They want to be able to take your money and you shut your mouth. And you go out there, make the bacon, she do nothing. And then when shit hit the fan, they get you when they play victim to go kill somebody. You don't even know what the fuck going on, but you going over there doing it. And you the one locked up. And then she don't see you no more. She off the next nigga. That's how it go. But I want y'all to see this video that this person, well, quite a few people posted. And it's about Kevin Samuels, him being on child support. And that's what I say, man.
What's going on, good people? What's happening?
I don't want to play it yet. But putting out his information, they went and got the papers in court. And when it comes to divorces and child support, it's definitely open to the public. All you gotta do is go. All you gotta do is go. You know what I'm saying? Go to the county and get the information. I think you gotta pay. You can look at mine. You can look at whoever. But like I say, you can't make this shit up. So dude is in the video. I don't know dude, but he on YouTube and he talked about it and many others. And like I say, some of the ones that I saw talking about it are on child support or used to be on child support and they done with the shit. But you want to talk about some other man that's on child support or was on child support, and then you want to talk about him making less money than the ex-wife. And we're gonna talk about all that. But like I say, I want to talk about this on a learning process when you're dealing with simp enforcers and these baby mama terrorists. Because I realized just from growing, doing better, that's when you definitely get more haters.
What you get the baby mama terrorists to get to play victim and run around while you living your life, ain't stun the motherfucker. And I can relate to this. That's why I want to talk about it. And I'm gonna put y'all on game. See, why they laughing at him? Like I said, it's not about taking up for Kevin Samuels because he's a grown man, he can take up for himself. But I want y'all to know when it comes to child support, at least the way it is now in most states, I'm gonna put y'all on game. And especially for the ones who not on child support. So we're gonna start this video, and you're gonna hear dude, ain't nothing but 4 minutes, and he's gonna, I guess, expose Kevin Samuels. Let's start it.
What's going on, good people? What's happening? The support black man. I respect your time. I respect your intelligence. We're looking at this document. I'm going to let you interpret it how you want to interpret it. But this is the child support computation.
He talked kind of fast, but I want y'all to hear what he said. He said it's about support black men. I want y'all to hear it again.
What's going on, good people? What's happening? The support black man. I respect your time. I respect your intelligence.
The support black man. Now, this is a black man that took off. He went from making, or he ended up having 150,000 subscribers. Now he at 800, over 800,000. He gonna reach that million mark. But he said this dude right here says support black men, but yet y'all going against another black man, but y'all say support black men. That's why you can't take these niggas serious when they be talking about we gotta look out for one another. Believe me, your action shows that talk is talk, but the action shows. Let me see. He said the value low. If the value low, it's because of him. I got mad up to the max. Maybe he's talking from a bathroom, but he don't. I'm gonna tell you what he's saying. Forgive me. He said Taz. Yeah, this ain't Taz though. This ain't Taz. This somebody else. But yeah, I seen that video too. Some of it, and like I said, a lot of people that's talking about him being on child support. A lot of them were or on child support themselves and served time in prison themselves. So that's why I say that's like a fag called another dude a fag. That don't make no motherfucking sense. It really don't. So let's continue. Let's see what he's talking about.
We're looking at this document. I'm going to let you interpret it how you want to interpret it. But this is the child support computation calculation that ordered Kevin Samuels to pay $300 a month. I also have the custody arrangement document. There's a couple things online. But this document, you can look at the docket number and look it up for yourself. I blocked out his wife's name because this has nothing to do with her. I don't want you guys looking her up.
Now he said he blocked the ex-wife name out because it ain't about her. But you already opened that door, and 9 times out of 10, somebody gonna go there and they're gonna put her name out there. I'm just letting it be known. It won't be me because I'm not gonna do it. I don't give a fuck. But you trying to call out Kevin Samuels, they're gonna go look up the wife. I guarantee you that. The real YouTube plug says, he said, bruh, what the fuck is the point of this? Well, just stay in this motherfucker, you'll find out. Stay in this motherfucker and you will find out. Let's continue.
So block out her name. Kevin Samuels, according to this document, this legal document, was making $900 a month. Kevin Samuels was making $900 a month. Kevin Samuels was making $900 a month. I didn't stutter.
Notice he said that Kevin Samuels was making $900 a month, $900 a month, $900 a month. And he said, I didn't stutter. You know, I remember me coming up and I heard I didn't stutter. That's usually what a female said. What the fuck? But let me tell you why, since the real YouTube plug want to know what the point of this. This is what the fuck the point is. I want y'all to look at this man's salary, right? His gross income is $892. The mother, I'm gonna call her baby mama terrorist because that's 9 times out of 10, that's what she is, a baby mama terrorist. $2,448. So that means she was the breadwinner, right? That means she made more money than him, right? So each parent's percentage, 26.7%, 73.3%. You know what that means? What that means is they, in the state of Oklahoma, they go by both incomes. And for those who don't know about Oklahoma, Oklahoma's a piece of shit. You talking about woman's state, it's a woman's state for real to the fullest. Now, a lot of us don't know because we don't live out there, but they look out for the mother regardless if the man ain't shit. in Oklahoma, if a woman live with you and not married to you, they live with you over a year, she can actually get alimony from you. I want y'all to hear this again. In Oklahoma, you live in OKC, look it up, bro. If you live in Oklahoma, a woman can live with you and she can get you for alimony and you don't have to be married. So that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video, why this dude over here, YouTube, say, what the fuck the point of this? That's what the point of this. And I'm not even diss you, fam. I'm just letting you know that's what the fuck this about, putting y'all on game. That's what I'm saying. It's about knowledge and learning from this situation. It ain't about taking up for Kevin Samuels or going against Kevin Samuels. He's a grown-ass man. He can take up for himself. And 9 out of 10, being who he is, if he's smart, he ain't gonna respond to none of this shit. I won't respond to none of this shit. I don't give a what the fuck y'all say. You know what I always say?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Not at all. See that? So, you know what I'm saying? 9 out of 10 ain't gonna say shit. It is what it is. As long as he got that loyal following, they ain't going nowhere. Maybe the select few, fuck him. He's still gonna make his money. But check this out. In Oklahoma, a woman can stay with you, and they automatically make common law marriage in like 6 months to a year, and she would turn around and get half of your money. Y'all don't believe me? Look that up. Look it up. That's one thing I want to tell you about that, which is Oklahoma. And they look out for these whores out there in Oklahoma. Even if he was making more money than this woman, they will look out for her regardless. So let me tell you the benefits of this. And I can relate to that because I was making less than the other motherfucker over there. Somewhat similar to this shit. And in Illinois, just like Oklahoma, go by both incomes. Yes, he was young. It's 20 years ago. And that's what I'm saying. People gonna go back to your past 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10, it doesn't matter. That's what they do when they want to try to so-called set you up for failure. And I can't even talk about the baby mama terrorists because these are from simp ass niggas, simp enforcers. Baby mama terrorists gonna come around though and start talking about this too, but these are the ones who lead charge. And the fact of the matter is, this is a benefit. This is a benefit that Kevin Samuels was making less than her. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you're in a state that go by both incomes, the more money that the baby mama terrorists make, the less that child support take from that man. A lot of y'all can relate to this when y'all dealing with somebody that don't work a job, or she work at Walmart and you making 6 figures, she only making $5,000 in a blunder mouth. What happens? You got to pay her like $2,000 a month. But when the tables turn and the baby mama tends to make $150,000 and you make $40,000, then when you average the shit out, it comes out to about 77% to 27%. So instead of you paying $1,000, you only paying like $300 or $400. So while people try to laugh and say that this man made less than this baby mama terrorist, it was a benefit to him. Yeah, he on child support, but the fact of the matter is it benefited him. Because imagine if he was making this 24.48, that means he'll be 73% and she'll be 26%, and he'll be paying like a motherfucker. Now, people, you know, you lame for this, no cap. That's why, like I tell y'all, man, y'all motherfuckers mad at me because I'm calling out the truth. When y'all want to sit back and go against a man talking about he on child support with y'all bitch ass, you know what I'm saying? Y'all some bitch ass niggas be pocket watching another man, and because the nigga making money, you want to go back on shit that he did 20 years ago. So you a whole ass nigga for entertaining this bullshit. And you know, some of y'all niggas, first time coming here, I don't give a fuck, none of y'all niggas. But you're gonna talk about a dude that's 50 years old that went through some shit 30 years ago, and you want to talk about, oh, he made less money than the bitch. Why don't y'all, let's question why 9 times out of 10, this mother, that's supposed to be mother figure, that made $2,400 choose to be with a man that made $892 a month. And I'm gonna put y'all on game. The worst baby mama terrorist, like I always tell y'all, the worst baby mama terrorist is a baby mama terrorist who got degrees, who make more money, who professionally got a license. And I'm gonna tell you why, because she got a shield to hide behind. Even if she's a piece of shit ass mother, it don't look like it on her paperwork. It don't look like on her finances. Don't look like on her education. The court's gonna side with her. She ain't got no criminal record. She ain't no abusive person. She's stable. They gonna look out for her. And the fact of the matter is, she finna get child support that she don't even need. She don't need that man child support. She do not need that child support. But yet, what these baby mama terrorists do, they take what they can from you. Anything to hurt you, to make you suffer. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you know you're wrong. Of course, woman of God, there's always these God-fearing women that say I'm wrong. But here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. This is what y'all should ask yourself, men. This is why this pays for men. Fuck y'all bitches. You know what I'm saying? Except the real women that know what I'm talking about support. Let's ask this question, though. Now, this woman was making $2,400 a month. She knew he was only making $900. Why would she lower her standards to get with a man like that? Because if she got all this money and all this education and stuff like that, why would she want to get with a man that's making $800, $900 and you making $2,400 a month? Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because most of these fake-ass queen, baby mama terrorists, they got these degrees and got this money, is not going to get somebody on her level as far as finance because he's a high-value man and he don't want no, he's not going to deal with no woman that got a mouth, talk shit, try to run the house, try to control shit. But when she get with somebody that make less money, and most likely he need her, what happens? She could try to control him, disrespect him, and mold him to be the type of man she want him to be, which is a simp enforcer. Now, how many of y'all men that dealt with a baby mama terrorist or is dealing with a baby mama terrorist that make more money, that make more money than you, and you thought getting with her was a benefit because she made money, maybe y'all could build together, y'all can grow together. But then when you get into the limelight and get in her house, you move in with her, you get in her house, or y'all do get a crib together, but 9 out of 10, she making all that money, you're gonna move in her house. What end up happening? That's when the shit start coming out. You didn't hear all this and you didn't see all this when you met her because she talking nice, she wanna build and do this. But once you get in that household and you move all your shit in, it's official. She owns you. And that's the same going with this. She couldn't get nobody on her level, so she lowered her standards, her quote-unquote standards, and got with him. And she thought she could run the house and control him. And it seems he had a stepdaughter. People say it's his kid, people say it's not his kid, but evidently, she was running the household, and yeah, he was doing a simp move. He was doing a simp move. We all did some type of simp shit. It's some simp shit. Because we thinking that we're going to get a benefit dealing with this motherfucker and try to build and grow and get ourselves in order. But she really got you to set you up for failure because she going to give you what you need, give you what you want. But while she give you what you need and give you what you want, she going to disrespect you. She going to talk shit. She not going to let you be a lead in your house. She going to say it's her house. She going to say it's my money, my choice, and all that shit. You don't believe me? Look at Candy Burris, who married that simp dude. When he came to her about that, the 16-year-old getting a Porsche SUV, and he was against it because he said, she's 16, she don't need a Porsche SUV. Give her like a Honda or something. You give her too much. That bitch said, this is my money. I do what I want. I run this. You won't be nothing without me. I make more than you. You don't believe me? Go look it up. And this is why 9 times out of 10, they went through the divorce because she wanted to run the house control. She didn't respect him as a man. See, I would say, you don't respect this man, but yet you lay down and fuck with this man. You let him live with you. You let him be stepdaddy. Y'all have a kid together. But when he get tired of it, or when he wakes up and he say, I don't want to be a simp no more. I don't want to continue to be a sucker. Then, now he ain't shit. Deadbeat. He broke. He never want to be a father. He's running child support. I went through it. They don't respect you. And that's why I say the worst baby mama tears the ones that make $2,400. The ones that make more money than you, because they're not gonna respect you. This is why men have to get their mindset in order. This is why men have to handle your own business, take care of your finances, and stop depending on some bitch. So, and unfortunately, he was in the trenches. And of course, it was 20 years ago. But at the same time, you got Simp that want to bring it out to the front line, talking about, he made less money than her. And half these niggas are talking are broke as fuck. And they living with a bitch. And they ain't got shit. This is how they shame you. And when you leave a situation and do better, they don't like that shit. How dare you do better? Yeah, but what you did 10 years ago, you went to jail. You was locked up. Look at Tommy Sotomayor. When he got big and took off, what they say? He was on child support. You went to jail. Hell, they went so far, they started even talking about his daughter. And he even did a video saying that, I didn't watch it, but he said, you know, I don't care what Kevin Samuels, but y'all wrong for this. Going to his background, all that shit. Y'all some bitch ass niggas. And yeah, you sure leaders. But we're gonna continue with this. But I'm gonna tell you this though, if you ain't got no kids, I will say, if you dealing with a woman, make sure she make the same amount of money as you or more. So if you get her pregnant, y'all get married, you think she's the right one, and she want to put you on child support, and she making way more money than you, it's less money that they're gonna take from you. So like I said, yeah, he got on child support and he made less money and shit, but believe me, he ain't pay that much. So if you paying $500 for 2 kids, most of y'all paying $500 for 1 kid because you make more. But by him making less, he ain't paying that much. Now, I don't know, like I say, if that's his daughter or stepdaughter. People saying stepdaughter. If he paying child support for a stepdaughter, that means he adopted her. And if he adopted her, you don't do that. Because when you do shit like that and y'all break up, it falls on you. See, like I said, this is an education purpose I want you to know, because one, Oklahoma is the women supportive of all nations, and you can be put on child support. You can get put on alimony just have a month of living with you. Also, him making less money, yeah, you ha, and he weak, suck, and all that stuff. But when it comes to child support, he gonna be paying less, while your ass making this much, paying more. So it's a benefit to him. And like I said, these Simp forces are gonna do anything, and these baby mama tears gonna come look at your past. Eventually, when my shit take off like it is, they're gonna do the same shit. But it comes to territory that I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck. Now let's continue the video and let's go from there. Just like this dude said, I said what I said. I didn't stutter. You know, that's that fruity ass, Simp enforcement shit, because he been around too many women, or his mama, some shit. You can't make this shit up. But motherfuckers sit back, call me a lie. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But let's continue.
Making $900 a month. Kevin Samuels was making $900 a month. I didn't stutter. Kevin Samuels was making $900 a month in 2005, while his wife was making $2,400. Wow. Maybe she was the breadwinner in their marriage.
It's not a maybe. It's right here. She was the breadwinner. But just because she makes more money than you, and you the man, you still the man of the house. See, that's nothing y'all need to realize. Just because a woman make more money than you, it's still her role to respect you and be submissive and still let you lead that household. So don't fall for the fuckery. Just because she make more money than you does not mean she runs the house, does not mean that you wear the panties, does not mean that you don't have no say and no control at all. But when you're dealing with a baby mama terrorist, and she got this money and the degrees to make more than you, she dumbs down her level. Because she can't get a man on her level that's high value, because high value ain't going, fuck you and your kid. I don't want you. So she gotta lower her standards to get with somebody like a Pookie or Ray or a dude that's only making $5 a month. But see, that's the thing. Y'all don't want to talk about that. See, y'all laugh at him getting with somebody that make more money, but shouldn't y'all be laughing at the woman for getting with somebody that's making that much less? Shouldn't y'all be thinking to yourselves, why this woman making all this money and she go down to somebody make $900 a month? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why you not laughing at her? She the one got a dude making $900 a month. But when it's a man getting with somebody making $900 a month, y'all don't laugh at the woman. Y'all tell the woman, you go, girl. You did it. You came up. See the gender bias? See the gender bias when it even comes to that? Y'all laugh at him because he made much less, but y'all not laughing at this stupid ass woman that chose this dude that made less money. A lot less. But he's a deadbeat. He's broke. He's stupid, but you ain't talking about the motherfucker that chose him. You're not talking about the woman that chose to get with this dude. That's why I don't feel sorry for you baby mama tears to talk about you got a piece of shit ass nigga, but you knew he had 5 kids all over the place with 5 different baby mamas. But you want to holler deadbeat when he decided to fuck you and leave you alone like a Future. Now he a deadbeat because he left you pumped up went somewhere else. But y'all want to call that shit out. That's why I say these motherfucking baby mama tears don't want to never hold themselves accountable. But you want to make the man look bad. And just like somebody said, this was 16 years ago, this was 20 years ago. Somebody even said he stated that's what he made. But even if he didn't, so what? Even if he didn't, so what? When I look at this shit, and oh, he's on child support, I say he came out good. Because he ain't gonna pay that much. Especially when you're dealing with a baby mama terrorist. And not only that, why did she stoop down to his level to marry him? Because most of these baby mama terrorists are bitter, miserable, and they know they can't get a man up to their level, as far as education and money-wise, can't get up to their level because they ain't going, so they got to dump down and get somebody to make left. And just like Denise Brown, she said, I sound simple, but this the same motherfucker that's talking about niggas are deadbeats. These the same baby mama terrorists that say, we support our kings. Them the same motherfuckers that holler Black Lives Matter for unarmed black men, but got the nigga on child support. And most of the women that's gonna say they don't like this shit because they don't like Kevin Samuels because he's making money off making you dumb bitches look stupid, and you choose to call this nigga phone to state your case. He shut you down. You're not a victim. You're a volunteer. See, a lot of you baby mama terrorists want to sit back and play victim. You're not a fucking victim if you choose to get with a nigga that's making $900 a month. You're not a victim if you choose to call Kevin Samuels and he shut you down. You're not a victim if you decide to get with a guy who got 3 or 4 or 5 different kids and you decide to be number 6, 7, and 8. That's your fault. You're not a victim. You volunteered that shit. You wasn't raped and he didn't lie to you. You knew what it was, but then y'all bitches come out here and play victim. And then these Simp forces come to their defense regardless if it's true or not. And then you go at the man and say, man, bro, you knocked up and shit like that when the bitch chose to get knocked up. Because remember, my body, my choice. So all you stupid ass bitches are simple up in this motherfucker. All y'all motherfuckers. Don't get mad because a nigga came up and outdid y'all funky asses and y'all still working at Walmart. That's that. Hey, shit, Walmart always hiring. Shit. So y'all don't like the fact that a lot of men are calling this bullshit out because y'all have no accountability. See, you know what I'm saying? Y'all sit back talking about this nigga make $900, but this bitch chose the nigga making $900. That's why I say I laugh at y'all stupid motherfuckers. And that's why I want the men who support me to get your mind in order because you can't make this shit up. These motherfuckers want to set you up for failure. The majority are these motherfuckers that's trying to get mad at me because I'm calling out the truth because this bitch chose to give it a man that made $900. And then now that he decided he don't want to be a simp no more, he decided to leave the bullshit and being degraded and everything, because that's what y'all high educated ass whores do anyway, because y'all don't know y'all roles. Yeah, Cynthia G ass niggas. That's another motherfucker. She talk about Kevin Samuels. He bit her words. She talk about black men left and right, but she has a kid by a dude that got five kids with 3 different baby mamas who was selling Tariq Nasheed DVDs, bootleg out in the street. But y'all don't talk about that. Y'all still support her. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all motherfuckers don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all mad because a lot of men are going their own way. They taking the red pill. They going overseas. You gotta be careful overseas too, because some of them motherfucking overseas shit got child support too. So, but they going somewhere else. And like I said, this is not about taking up for Kevin Samuels. It's about calling out the truth, because he's a grown ass man. He can do what the fuck he can do what he gotta do. But it's about letting y'all know what it is and how they think of you when you do better, you do good, and they want to go in your past, and how these simple forces would never ever die. And as long as these simple forces never die, these baby mama terrorists, these fake ass feminists will always be up top, and they will never have to accept no type of accountability. But let's continue.
Maybe he was being supported by his ex-wife. Maybe that's why she filed for divorce. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
No, that ain't why she filed divorce. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, and a lot of y'all men can relate to this. Like Independent say, I'm hurt. Hurt about what? I ain't going through this. So what? I mean, hurt about what? That's what I'm saying, y'all motherfuckers. But see, that's what I tell y'all. Like when I call out this shit about child support and these baby mama tears and all that, I'm a deadbeat. I run with child support. Who hurt you? Your mama black. You must have a father and everything else. And I tell y'all, I own up to all that shit. I'm all that shit. Even though I was raised by both parents, even though I make money running for child support, even though that I'm living good, change my ways, change the laws of my mind, shit growing, doing shit's going right, but yet I'm mad, bitter, and got issues. Like I said, you can't make this shit up, everybody, and that's why I say, and those who up in here that like shit, please like, or even you could throw the shit down. But y'all sit back and take off Umar Johnson, who won't never call these fake ass black queens out when they do the bullshit, but yet he got a queen that got him on child support, and he's alienated from seeing his own daughter, but he's the king of kings. But when I say fuck child support shit like that, I'm miserable, bitter, and deadbeat. But this nigga over there don't pay child support because he say he ain't paying for no kid that I can't see, and I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna cry because, I'm only crying about, you not showing your face and you just talking shit in the background like a bitch would. But no, I ain't gonna reason to cry. It's all good. Oh, wow, we got Nick and Knight. Hey, I gotta give a shout out to Nick and Knight. She be coming out with some good ass content, and I know she's one of them Cynthia G type motherfuckers. Hey, do me a favor. Since you here, I'm glad you in here, because I ain't gonna lie. I like what you do. I respect anybody that got a platform doing their thing. Just her. You welcome to come up in here and tell me why that I'm hurting everything, Nick. I watch you off and on sometimes, and I ain't gonna lie. A lot of things you say, you ain't lying. So go ahead and click the link and you tell me why I'm hurt. Because see, the difference between me and these other motherfuckers, I'm gonna ask you, and if you right, I will say, hey, you right, I am hurt about that, this. I'm not gonna talk shit and disrespect you. I'm just gonna come with the truth and facts. Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers do come out with fake ass content, and a lot of shit you say is not true when it comes to black men. So I want you to come on here, but if you're not gonna come on here, then you can keep talking in the background. But I'm letting you know the link is for you if you disagree with what I'm talking about. So you're more than welcome. So, and if you're not gonna come on here, then I want to know who hurt you for not having the balls and the guts and the pussy to even come up here and so-called put me in my place. So, let's continue. But a shout out to you for coming on my page. I appreciate you because you got a way bigger platform than me. I appreciate you. I'm gonna leave your shit up for a moment because I feel good. Shady for to come in, dog. They don't do that. Just like these simple force talk all that shit with the blank face. They ain't gonna do that shit because I'm gonna come with my legit stats and everything else. They ain't gonna do that shit. She ain't got the balls. I'm telling you, she ain't got the balls at all.
But he is telling you women that you need to be submissive and be cooperative and obey. Meanwhile, it looks like she was making all the money. He also told the young people that he was in corporate America for 26 years and he was a high-performing salesperson in New York and San Francisco. And we cannot verify any of that. Every time we look him up, we find mug shots. We find that he was making $900 a month. This is a classic case of fake it till you make it.
Now, I don't know about his education, if he really got an education. I don't know if he got a degree. I don't know about where he was working, so I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not talking about that. I don't know if that's true, if he lied about his marketing and advertisement and if he got a degree. I'm not getting to that. We just talking about the child support and you know, making less money than the baby mama terrorists. I can't speak on that. But the dude say he fake it till he make it. Well, he made it. So if he faked it all the way till he made it, he made it. So you saying he faked till he make it, whether it's true or not, he still made it. And that's what I'm saying. When you start doing better, you come out of that bullshit simp mindset. When you dealing with a baby mama tell you to wash your hands, move on, fuck her and a kid, and you start living your life and bettering yourself, now all of a sudden you faked it till you make it. And then the killer part is now he went to jail. I don't know what he went to jail for, don't even care. A lot of men went to jail for something, whether if it was selling weed, whether if it was for not paying child support, whether if it's from suspended license or whatever, driving and being DUI. A lot of men and some women got criminal records or been in jail, but who gives a fuck? So, like I told y'all, I don't have a criminal record. I've never been in jail, never been arrested, but a lot of you hoes would think that because, you know, I'm a deadbeat running child support. But at the same time, I'm not gonna run around and say, so-and-so went to jail, ha, 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 ha. I ain't never been to jail, it's your fault. You had to do something bullshit, but y'all hoes will. You can't make this shit up though. You know what I'm saying? So he put a mug shot up there, it's public record. So who you embarrassing? It's public fucking record. You trying to shame somebody. That's what these baby mama tests and these simple forces do. They want to shame you to keep quiet. They want to shame you to not tell your truth. They want to shame you because you're making more money than they is. Half these motherfuckers been on YouTube for 20 years and they mad because this dude skyrocketed in a few years. Men and so-called women. These baby mama tears whores, they try to disrespect the black man left and right, saying he got a bunch of kids out of wedlock when it's only 24%. And then you want to talk about black men having kids all over the place when only 51% of black men are not even having kids and unmarried. Then you want to talk about black men that's dating outside, that's getting married to white women and all these other ethnic groups when it's only 6%. And y'all stupid ass men fall for this shit and y'all really believe that shit because you going off what a bitch say. You don't go off these bitches say, you do your fucking research. And that's why I say you keep your head held high because they try to put you in the same box as this Pookie Ray Ray low-life ass nigga when they ain't even you in the first place. You know what I'm saying? This report was 20 years ago. I agree. But unfortunately, a couple of motherfucking simp forces put this out on the front line just yesterday. I ain't know nothing about it till a couple of hours ago. And it's sad that this not even a baby mama terrorist that did this. It's the simp forces. And that's why you got men and you got so-called men. These weak-minded, blue-pilled ass, beta-ass simp forces. And 9 out of 10, these simp forces did not have a father in their life or no type of male figure. They was raised by black baby mama terrorists who chose single motherism. But when I talk about this, y'all motherfuckers sit back and say who hurt you and all that shit. Ain't shit hurting me. I'm good. But let's continue. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about him going to jail. And I don't care about if he lied about his education and all that shit. If he did, oh well, that's something I guess he got to talk about. Let's continue.
Classic case of fake it till you make it. He is now what some would.
Candy say, how did you get to the court report and how can you prove it's valid in the day of origin? Here's the thing. I'm not saying, I can't say if it's true or not. What I'm telling you is a lot of simp forces posted on their YouTube talking bad about him, saying he made less money than the wife did and he's on child support or he was on child support. They try to make him look bad. And all I'm saying, oh, here go Nick right here. What's up, lady?
Oh, hi. How are you? I was in the middle of taking my hair down, taking my braids down, but when you act like, you know, it's smoke. What's up? I'm coming.
You said who hurt me, and I'm trying to ask who hurt me.
Yeah, you talking real. You talking very, 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 very hurt from a hurt place with zero accountability. You talking with zero accountability in your assessment of women. And I'm just trying, you talking about baby mama terrorists, calling them out their names, calling them B's, calling them all this stuff. And you saying F child support, but where is your accountability in any of it?
My accountability. So wait, so you talking about previous videos? You ain't talking about this video.
I'm talking about what you saying now.
Because in this, I'm talking about, I mean, I mentioned baby mama Terrence, but it's about simple forces, meaning men that's going against him, coming out with lies, talking about he on child support or he's married. What the fuck they got to do with what he doing now?
A lot of that stuff matters. If you're preaching a certain ideology and you ain't stepping and you didn't practice what you preach and you're demeaning people, I believe that matters. But I'm just going off of your vitriol towards women.
How's he demeaning people when they choose to make the phone call and they state their case and he shut it down or have you do it? That's a choice. That's like trying to play victim. That's not a victim. It's a volunteer.
I'm talking about you. Who hurt you?
About me. Who hurt me? You heard me assuming me. That's what you heard me. You say you got.
I'm talking about when I came into this chat. What you were talking about, you were calling men baby mama terrorists, calling them out their names, calling them all these things. And when I said poor, you hurt, poor tink, I'm talking about you.
Well, let me ask you this: do you know what a baby mama terrorist is?
Can you elaborate?
Because you going off baby mama terrorist, so you assuming I'm talking about all women, right?
I'm going off of you disrespecting women. Yes, I am going off of that.
Okay, well, see, that's the thing. You new to the page. You just going off what I'm saying today. But a lot of people that's on here, they know what I mean by baby mama terrorist. A baby mama terrorist is one who terrorized fathers for being their child's lives.
Okay.
So you don't understand that?
So I mean, what?
I'm gonna say it again. A baby mama terrorist is one who terrorized fathers for being their child's lives. You don't understand that?
Yes, I do understand that, but I'm talking about you. How does that apply to your life? Like, why are you so bitter about that?
So you telling me I gotta have a situation in order to talk about child support and a baby mama terrorist?
In order for you to have a fuck child support hat, you've obviously been affected by the child support system. You obviously have a case. So I'm trying to figure out why you're so hurt and why you don't have accountability in your situation.
But you didn't hear what I just said. You asked me about what a baby mama terrorist is, and I just said a baby mama terrorist is one who caused havoc for a father trying to be a father to his child, and yet you talking about who hurt me.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff is in y'all heads sometimes. Y'all, a lot of that stuff is non-accountability. A lot of that stuff is
I take accountability.
She did me so wrong. She did me so bad. So like a lot of the times, y'all don't even take accountability for where y'all was not consistent, where y'all didn't pick up y'all end of the bargain, where y'all wasn't taking care of your child. Like a lot of that stuff that y'all reflect on women it's like a mirror of your non-taking accountability. Like a lot. So I don't even know your situation. I just hear you keep on saying baby mama terrorist, baby mama. Well, I'm asking you about it.
But you just said, I just said what a baby mama terrorist is, and then you just said that I said I take accountability, and yet you still saying about people not taking accountability. I take accountability, but why do these women that you're taking up for do not take accountability?
What?
You just said that men have to take accountability. So I'm asking you, why do women do not take accountability? Because a lot of them don't.
I don't know what your situation is and what.
I'm not talking about myself. I said why. You just said that men are not taking accountability. And I agree with you. They should take accountability.
I'm talking about you. You keep reverting back to being in general. I'm talking about you, how you were disrespecting women.
I take accountability.
No, you're not. If you're so angry at women and you speaking and you're talking about a blanket statement to all, you're not taking accountability for women. You're saying I take accountability, but you're disrespecting women and you're affected by whatever the situation is. You're not taking accountability.
So you telling me when I say baby mama terrorists, I'm talking about all women?
I don't know. I just came on your channel.
So you're assuming?
That's why I'm asking.
But I'm telling you, I just told you that a baby mama terrorist is one who terrorized fathers for being their kid's life. And it's obviously that all women are not doing this to the father or the kid. So how can I be talking about all women?
I was just asking about your situation.
But you keep in my situation. You say, I don't understand what you're saying. Because you went from my situation to what men need to do, and I'm telling you what.
How are women not taking accountability?
You said what?
How are women not taking accountability?
Because when they talk about a father being a deadbeat in low life, they don't take accountability that they had sex with the dude. They chose to keep the kid and had a kid with the dude. You don't get that either, right?
So you don't understand that it takes two to tango? Like you guys are in control of coming in a woman. You know when you're about to bust. You know the results of sex. So it's all on the women. Like a lot of y'all, that's what I mean by you not taking accountability. So now it's back. Now it's back to the woman. She had the child that you had control of coming in her or not. You had control of putting a condom on. You had control of ultimate control of the situation, but it's her fault for keeping a child that you knew was the result of unprotected sex.
Is that what you tell married people that get divorced?
Or do they have a problem with their offspring that they knew?
No, because it seems like you just talking about unwanted pregnancies and all that. Is that what you tell?
You just said women. You said women who keep the child and have the child and all of this. And I said, in order for a woman to keep that said child, the man had to have came in her, and it takes two to tango.
Okay, it takes two. Yeah, it takes two to tango, but not when it comes to equal parenting, not when it comes to parenting rights. It does not take two. It takes one.
It takes two. If you doing what you're supposed to do.
Not when you go in that court system. Not when you go in the court system. No, it's not. When you go in that court system, it's not based off two. Because if that's the case, the majority of parents will be equal parent, not every other weekend.
Well, if you step up to the plate, if you show that you are capable of being an equal parent, then the judge will grant you being an equal parent. A lot of guys, they will sit there and demand, oh, I want 50-50. I want to take care of my child. But then they sitting there missing 7 visits in a row. But then they want to cry and say that it's all the woman's fault. Like, if you are showing that you are capable of being an equal parent and you show that you are responsible to take care of your children equally, the judges in 2021 are granting a lot more of co-parenting split down the middle. We not back in 2005, 2010, 2011. We in 2021, where a lot of judges are now they got a lot of heat for siding with the woman, and a lot of these judges are giving men a lot more than they did before, and a lot of these men are getting equal parenting. And if you are a person who didn't get equal parenting, or you're not getting equal parenting, then you have to look at yourself and understand and realize why you are in the state that you're in.
I want y'all to take heed of what she just said. She said in 2021, a lot of men are getting equal parenting time, right? Right?
Yes.
How long has 2021 been?
I'm just saying it recently, period. Like this recent time. Like I'm saying the year. Yes, we are 5 months in, but you know what I mean. In this decade, this time, this era that we are in right now, men are getting a lot more rights with their children. Yes, in the past, women had more rights with the child. Yes, that was true back in the past. But in 2021, as of where we are now, men get more rights with their children.
Now, what if I tell you back in 2017 that only 17.5 men are getting equal parenting, hell, full custody?
But that you have to factor in the amount that want full custody. A lot of parents don't even want, a lot of males don't even want full custody. So you have to factor in the amount that actually even want that.
Do you know the stats?
You just named stats that I said that you have to factor in the ones who actually want that.
I'm asking, do you know the stats of men who want to have equal parenting time versus the ones that don't?
No.
But yet you telling me that more men are getting equal parenting time.
Yes, I do know in the court system that more men are getting more time than before. Yes, I do know that. I don't know the percentage. I'm not going to tell you it's 10, 15, 20. I don't know the actual percentage, but I do know for a fact that men are getting more shared time with their children. I can't tell you the actual percentage. No, I don't know that. I don't have it off the back of my hand.
So you're saying the system is not gender biased when it comes to child support and equal parenting?
I think that, yeah, the woman has the child, so she definitely has a little bit more to say, but I feel like a lot of you men need to be accountable in how your situations play out. A lot of y'all be doing BS, not holding up your end of the bargain, and then play victim. what you sound like you're doing, and I see a lot of people who are in the chat saying I'm dumb. No, I'm not dumb.
It's women,
a lot of y'all don't have,
saying things about me.
I don't have to have a certain number. Like y'all listen to these social media people who spit out all of these numbers that from data that they collected in 2020 whenever, not even current data.
I just said 2017.
Off of that, I know what I'm talking about.
You really don't, because 2017 was just like what, 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago. That's not 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and that's what I'm saying. You really don't know what you're talking about. You really don't. You don't, because if you sit there saying that this system is not gender biased, and do you know that child support and family court make $51 billion a year? And the reason why they make $51 billion a year is because as long as you keep the dad getting every other weekend or keep him out the picture and have him pay child support, that's more money in the piggy bank. They don't give a shit.
Is the court getting a percentage of that money?
You didn't know that?
Not from my knowledge, no.
Yeah, family court makes $51 billion a year in family court based off child
support.
Right, they get a piece. It's not, they don't do nothing for free.
Well, that's something I wasn't aware of. No. And if I'm wrong, I have no problem in admitting when I'm wrong. I have never heard that, because I have situations with people who also are on child support, and I don't see a percentage go to them. Now, when it comes to welfare, I'm aware that welfare takes their side, their cut, but that's I don't know about that.
It's not just welfare, because they charge extra interest if you got rearage. The judge get a piece that goes into their pension when it comes to child support. It's a money game. And the reason why there's not more fathers in their child's lives, because a lot of these dumbass baby mama tears eliminate the father out the picture, because it's a money game. And the government daddy gets that money.
No, well, I don't know about the percentage that the court makes, but I do know that a lot of men who are in the chat calling me dumb.
I'm not gonna call you dumb.
A lot of y'all don't have accountability in y'all.
You're not, but there's people calling me dumb and say wear condoms. So I mean, that's part of the territory.
Yeah.
I'm not offended. Fuck them.
I just see somebody say wear condoms then, but I do agree. Like if a guy's gonna cry about a baby, cry about the outcome, I feel like they should wear condoms. And I feel like a lot of guys play victim and they try to say like, oh my God, like she had this baby, I didn't want a baby, but then they come up in her raw and they know the effects of having a child. Like, you know the effects of having a child, you know what comes with unprotected sex, but then want to cry that a baby came out.
But see, that's the thing. This page is not about guys who didn't want the child, or guys who did an oopsie or a pump and got with somebody else and really didn't want the kid. This is about men who actually was married, had kids, and fought for equal parenting time, and it was denied. Not because they was low lives, not because they were deadbeat, but because the baby mama terrorists wanted the benefit, and of course allowed it because they get their benefit from them.
But y'all don't understand that sometimes the ask that y'all want is sometimes unrealistic.
Equal parent time is unrealistic for equal parent time?
And some of the asks that people want is unrealistic and only serves their benefit sometimes. Like there'll be guys who they work 80 hours a week, but then they say, oh, I want full time with my child, but yet they are not there to spend time with their child just for the sake of saying that they got equal parenting time. Like the judges also factor in some of that stuff too, that y'all just want to say, oh, I don't want to pay child support, I want 50-50, but yet a lot of times, like some of those acts don't even be realistic.
Somebody said, I thought you were talking about Kevin. No, I want her. I'm glad she's saying this because I want y'all to learn from this and take heed from this, what she thinks and what she believes. And a lot of people believes this. So it's neat. It's a good dialogue, actually. But the thing of the matter is, what you have to understand that every man is not getting no equal or trying to get equal parenting time just to.
Most of the time, people are trying to get equal parenting time is so that they don't have to be responsible for paying child support.
But did you know if you get equal parenting time?
So are you gonna be real and say, like, if you are you gonna be real and admit that most of the time men request equal parenting time, it's to avoid paying child support?
But that's what
not because they actually want equal time with their child, but because they want to avoid paying child support. Are you going to be real and admit that?
I can't admit that. You want to know why? Because you can get equal parenting time and still be on child support. Did you know that?
Answer me this. Most of the men request equal parenting time for themselves to not have child support?
I disagree. Because I'm trying to tell you, you saying most men. I'm like, you are full of shit.
Most men who say, I want 50-50, I want to get 50-50 equal parenting time. The intentions of most of those men is solely to avoid paying child support. Most of these men.
Right. I got what you're saying, but I just told you can get equal parenting time and still be on child support.
I'm asking you the intention of the person asking you.
You got another man? Why you think?
You can't speak for the intention.
It seems like what you're doing, Billy, you just deflecting what I said. You could be on child support and have equal parenting time. So what are you saying? You can have equal parenting time and still be on child support.
I didn't ask you what can happen. I'm asking you what the most.
I can't tell you most men doing it, but they don't get on child support. I can't say that. That don't even make no sense. That's like me saying most women have kids just to get child support. I can't lie and say that either.
Okay.
I can't believe a lot of shit you just said though. That you really think that men.
I can't believe a lot of stuff that you said.
I know you don't. I already know you don't believe shit I say, but I'm saying a lot of men fight for equal rights because they don't want to pay child support. But a lot of these baby mama tears want sole custody. What about that? They want sole custody, even though they don't have no probable cause, but they want sole custody. What's your take on that? What?
I can admit that some women want sole custody so that they can get child support. I'm not like you where I can't.
I'm not even saying that.
I can't admit. You just asked me, what do I think about that? I just told you. I can admit that there are some women who solely want full custody so that they can get more child support. I can admit that. I can absolutely admit that. I'm not going to be in denial and act like that doesn't happen. Just like I don't see how you cannot act like men are not solely, a lot of the times, requesting for 50-50 custody in the intention to diminish their child support.
If they really want to diminish,
can we be real about both? Can we be real about both?
If they really want to,
or is it only the women? It seems like a lot of you men only want to throw everything on the women. But I could be accountable, and I can agree that there are some women who try to hold the child over their head so that they could get as much as they could get out of the men. But yet and still, none of y'all can admit that a lot of these men only are requesting 50-50 child support to eliminate child support. A lot of y'all don't be wanting to be around y'all child.
But I just told you that you can have equal parent time and still pay child support. Oh, you didn't know that either.
I'm talking about the intention of the court system.
Intention. It's the woman's intention to. I'm gonna say a baby mama terrorist.
It's some women's intention to have sole custody. That doesn't mean that that's what they're gonna have.
Right. And it's a lot of baby mama's attention to alienate the father out the picture. But I can't sit back and say all women want to do it, or most. I can't even say most women want to do it.
If a man allows a woman to alienate him out of his child's life, I'm going to say that that's on the man.
So you saying if the man don't get custody, that's on him, right? That's on him.
I'm not saying get sole custody. I'm saying if a man allows a woman to alienate him out of his child's life, that's on him. Not saying if he don't get sole custody. No, I'm saying if he does not participate in his child's life and he allows himself to get alienated out of his child's life, that's on him.
Right. So since you said that, would you admit that if a woman get with a guy and she allows him to run off to the sunset and be a deadbeat, then that's on her, right?
What? How does that even?
Because you just said that if we as men allow the woman to alienate,
a woman can't make a man be in their child's life.
And right.
We're talking about
Right.
people who want to be in their child's life. You can't make
But
a
you didn't ask my question.
make a person be in their child's life. I'm saying if a man wants to be in his child's life, you want to be in your child's life. You want to be there. If you allow a woman to alienate you out of your child's life, that's on you. Now, a woman who allows a man to not participate, she can't allow a man to be an active father.
But I can allow her to alienate me.
No, you can prevent yourself from being alienated, is what I'm saying.
How? I'm asking you how.
Go through the courts.
And what if I tell you the court system?
How about try to work it out with y'all baby mamas and talk to them with respect and not call them bitches and hoes? How about trying to work it out outside of the court system? Like,
I agree with that.
Like a lot of y'all be so angry and so prideful. Y'all be so prideful and so mad. Oh, this be this, and she got the audacity to this. Y'all can't put y'all ego to the side to say, you know what, and be the bigger person to try to work it out with her instead of being her enemy. How about stop trying to be her enemy all the time and work it out that way? I have a lot of people in my life, of family and stuff like that, rather than trying to put their ego to the side and being enemies with their baby mama, rather than talking to her with respect and say, you know what, let me just be the bigger person and try to work it out with you. They'd rather just be out of their child life, which I feel like is bogus.
So you saying that when the father fights for his custody or fight for, even if it's every other weekend or fighting for equal parenting time, you telling me if the court still deny him to be in his child's life, that's on him?
Why would the court deny you to be in your child's life?
And that's what I say you don't know what you're talking about, because this court system is designed to keep the fathers out the kids' life so they can get that money, that $51 billion profit I told you they get every year. They don't care. I know you don't understand. They don't care if this dude was married. They don't care if he's unmarried. They don't care if he's a black man, a white man, a blue man. You come from that courtroom as a man trying to get some type of custody, they're going to shut his ass down, pay that child support, and maybe...
So the man is going to court, and all the judge wants him to do is pay child support, and he's not allowing him to be in the child's life at all.
You must don't talk to men who've been there and done that. I ain't talking about people
I have several men in my life who have went through the court system, got custody of their kids, and in their child's lives. So I don't understand a world where the judge is just not letting you be a part of your child's life at all. I have several examples. Actually, I could call up like 5 men who have gone through the court system.
5 men? 5?
That I'm saying 5 that I can call immediately on my phone. Now it's more out there. Now I'm saying 5 that I can personally call and dial on my phone right now and talk to them, who have went through the court system and got custody and equal parenting with their child. And men who started out going to court, but then later worked it out with their baby mama because they put their ego aside, stop calling her bitches and hoes, and stop being her enemy, and work together.
Okay, now if that's the case that you're saying a lot of men are getting custody and everything, then why 85% of men paying child support versus the 15% of women?
I looked at the comment real quick. I didn't see what did you say?
I said, if that's the case from what you're saying, then why is 85% of men paying child support versus the 15% of women?
Because women more than likely have their children. What are you talking about?
And right, but you're saying that a lot of men are getting custody and stuff like that, but that can't be true.
I'm not saying that they're getting sole custody. I'm saying that they are getting parenting time. You're telling me that when they go to court, the court is only taking them child support and not allowing them to be in their child's life. That's what you're saying. And that's what I'm saying is false.
And do you have a stats for this? Do you think fathers are getting alienated? Do you think fathers are being alienated?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He did not get me. I'm looking at the comments. Somebody saying he got her. No, he did not get me. If you go to court, you fight for custody of your child, you fight to be in your child's life. They're not just going to take child support from you and not allow you to see your child. That's bullshit.
Curtis Locke said he just said the judge can allow you to have equal parent time and they still pay child support. Now he's saying men can't see his kids. That's because we went from another subject. I don't know who this Curtis Locke's motherfucker is, but you definitely don't know what the fuck you talking about. Because we jumping from subject to subject, and like I said, you telling me that the course is fair and equal when it comes to men and women. It's not gender bias. Is that what you're saying? It's not a gender bias system.
I never said that it was 100% down the middle equal. I said that men are getting more time with their children than what you're saying. You're saying
every other weekend
you're saying that men are totally alienated from their child. They're not getting rights. They're going to court. They're only paying child support. You're putting words in my mouth. I never said that the system was 100% equal. I said that more men than what you're trying to paint it as is getting more time with their child. That's what I said.
But what is more time? More time? Is you speaking on what, every other weekend?
Oh my goodness.
I'm asking you a question.
My daughter's dad gets 3 weekends a month, and when there's 5 weekends, he gets the 5th. Like a lot of people are getting more than that. I have friends who get their child 50-50. I have people who are getting more time than that. That's what I'm saying. What you're saying, I don't care what the comments say. I know people in real life who go to court, fight for their children, and have time with their children.
3 weekends a month. So that's time with their kids.
If the child is going to school Monday through Friday, and yes, that it equals out to be a lot like close.
Oh, it do?
Yes, when you factor in school, yes.
So the father cannot take the kid to school,
Who said that the dad can't take the kid to school?
Well, the father, you said, get 3 weekends out the month, and you saying, well, they go to school, and I'm like, the father can't take them to school unless he live too far. I understand if he in another state. I understand if he.
Okay, well, that's.
I'm asking you because you confusing me. It's like you say you know it's not right, but at the same time it's right. I know you don't get it. I know, but the thing is, you basically justifying a system, but then you say it's not fair, but then you say it's fair.
No, what I'm telling you is you're twisting up my words, and you keep on twisting up my words to try to fit your narrative, and that's what y'all do.
I already got my narrative.
You're twisting up my words. What I said was the image that you were trying to portray about the system was false. You said that men are not getting time with their children. I said that what you were saying is false, that more men are getting time with their children. I never said that it was equal down the middle. I know that it's not equal down the middle, but more men than what you are willing to admit is now getting more time with their child. That's what I said.
And I asked you what's considered time, and you said 3 weekends out a month.
No, I told you what my situation was.
Oh, you know what child support.
You keep on twisting my words. You keep taking pieces of what I said in other places of the conversation and twisting my words. I said, one part of what I said was I have friends who have went through the court system and they have equal time. And I have friends who have went through the court system, fought for their child, and they have fought for equal parenting time. Another part of what I said was, when you asked me about my situation, or I commented about my situation, I said what was happening in my situation. I didn't speak as my situation for all. I know that my situation. I said a large majority of men are getting more time than you are trying to admit. You're sitting here trying to say that men go to court, they're not getting time with their kids, the court system is only taking them for child support, they're not allowing them to see the child, and that they're getting alienated. And to that, I said that was false.
Right, and I'm asking you, I didn't know nothing about you in child support. I didn't know you had. Did you have a situation with child support, or with the husband or ex-husband, or you went through the system?
I told you what the time that my child's father gets with her.
I didn't know you were talking about him. I thought you were talking about some other people. So he gets 3 weekends out the month.
That's what I was speaking on, yeah.
I thought you were speaking on somebody else. Is that what he wanted?
That's what he has.
No, is that what he wanted?
That's what he has.
So I want y'all to hear this. This is what he has. But was that what he wanted? What did he want? Did he want?
What he has. I'm not about to go into all of that. Just like you haven't went into your situation, so I'm not gonna go into mine. Because I asked you several questions about your situation and you kept on making it a general.
You brought up the situation about, but you
I
brought
made a
it up.
comment.
But wait a minute, you brought it up about you and your child. I didn't know you was talking about him. That's the only reason why I asked. That's the only reason why I asked.
Well, I can't remember. I can't roll the tape back right now because it's on live. But whoever brought it up, whatever, I made a comment.
I didn't bring it up about that. But you just said that he got what he got, and I asked you, did he want it? You said
I said that's what he has, and then
right.
The next point.
But you can't ask if that's what he wanted. Did he really want that?
That's what he has.
I got it. Well, I wanted equal parenting time, and the judge said he don't believe in equal parenting time. I didn't get it, and I was in my kids' life from day one. They was playing, wasn't no oopsie, none of that. And the judge said he didn't believe in it. And even though I stated my case showed proof that alienation and this was involved, he still sided with her. And towards the end of when it was over with, he told me that his job is to make the county money.
Well, then you should have went forward with doing whatever you had to do to make note of what the bias in that judge.
Right, I get what you're saying. I got that. So now I just told you what my situation was, so I'm gonna ask you again. Did he want the 3 weekends out the month? Yes or no?
I'm just gonna go back to what you just said, and you saying that the judge said that what he gonna do to her, or whatever. I want y'all to understand too that when you go into court, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna be a little bit transparent with you. When I first was going into court, I was acting off emotion. I was making it about me and not about the child, and certain things happen. I think a lot of the times when y'all be going to court, y'all make it not about the child and about y'all, and the stuff don't go y'all way, and then you blame them.
So basically, you saying you was a baby mama terrorist?
No, I was not a baby mama terrorist.
You said that you put your emotions, you was more personal.
I acted on emotion. Yes, I did act on emotion.
Right, and you saying that you was going there because you was mad or whatever the situation was.
No,
right?
I didn't go there because I was mad. When I was there, I was acting off emotion, and results wasn't going in my favor. When you act on what's in the best interest of the child, then the results will go in the best interest of what is for the child.
Says who, you or the judge?
Says the judge. The judge is the one that you're given the fate to determine that if you want to work things out with your baby mama, you work things out with your baby mama.
So he didn't try working that out with you before you went to the court?
No.
Okay. And you took him to court for whatever reason?
I didn't take him to court. I didn't take him to court.
Oh, took you to court. He took you to court.
He took me to court, yeah.
Oh, that's the same thing I did. I took the baby mama terrorist to court, and I
wasn't a baby mama terrorist.
I didn't say you was. I didn't say you was. I didn't say I was. Well, by you saying what you said, to me, that is a baby mama terrorist.
No, I acted off emotion because
I'm not talking about that part.
I did not. No, that's what you're calling me a baby mama terrorist. So I'm gonna.
I am calling you a baby mama terrorist.
No, I did not make it different. He filed papers. If y'all really want to know, he filed papers when my baby was 2 weeks old.
That's not why I called you a baby mama terrorist.
He took me to court when my baby was 2 weeks old. Okay,
he
filed papers when my baby was 2 weeks old. So no, I'm not no baby mama terrorist. You don't know my life, my story. So don't do that. No,
you are a baby mama terrorist.
No,
you are a baby mama terrorist.
I'm not a baby mama terrorist.
Like I said,
you don't know my story to tell me that I'm a baby mama terrorist.
Did he want the 3 weekends? You said, well, that's what it is. That's a baby mama terrorist talk. I'm not talking about.
No, it's not. If you put my child in danger, then you're not getting more than that. But I'm not about to go into my situation.
But you brought up your situation.
I'm not going to go into that. Well, that wasn't my intention to go into detail of my situation. Because you're making assumptions off of what you don't know. My child was put in danger, and therefore I deserve more than that. So I'm not going.
You made assumptions about me.
I'm not going to allow you to call me a baby mama terrorist when you don't know what you're talking about.
But you made assumptions about me.
You don't know what you're talking about.
But you made assumptions about me.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You got a lot of masculinity. You know that, right? In you.
That's great.
But they ain't ladylike.
I don't care. Y'all don't respect women.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
Y'all don't respect women anyways.
I didn't disrespect you.
Y'all don't be respecting women.
But I haven't disrespect you now. I ain't call you no B's, no H's or nothing.
Anyways, we could reset though, because I don't want to be mad and yelling or whatever. Because
what you been doing it since you got on here?
That serves no purpose. No, I wasn't. I haven't been mad and yelling at you.
Yo, masculinity, I've been
having a kiki with you because I felt like it was funny, but no, I didn't. I don't want to be arguing and being combative and all of that. So we can reset. I just didn't respect when you called me a baby mama terrorist and you didn't know. You don't know. No.
I got it. I'm glad you came on here though. I'm really glad you did.
I'm sure, so that you could try to use the little sound bites and do whatever.
Oh, that's what I do. I use sound bites when I do my lives. It ain't just you. I do it with everybody. And I just did that one time. I ain't been doing it. There's people that want to get in this live, but I'm not putting them on here because you on here. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, if they want to get on, they can.
Okay.
I just don't be liking when I just don't like the direction of men where it's zero accountability on y'all side, and then y'all want us to be so accountable, but yet y'all don't be accountable for how situations play out for yourselves. Now, I can be accountable for my situation. I could be accountable and say that yes, some women do, you know what I'm saying, try to get sole custody so they don't get. I could be accountable and say that, but a lot of y'all don't be accountable and being real with that, and I don't like that.
All right. Well, look. Hey, I want to tell y'all, I apologize for people who donated and I didn't call them out. I'm sorry, but this is a good conversation, and I'm actually honored to even have Nikki Knight on here because I watch her stuff sometimes before I even had a YouTube. For everybody who I clicked in, do not talk over nobody. Let the person talk. If you don't like what they saying, please don't be coming in. We're gonna keep it respectful and don't be saying no disrespectful shit. Just state your case and we'll go from there. All right. So the first person that came in was MVP. What's up, bro?
Hey, how's it going, man? Salute to the channel, salute to the crowd, salute to Miss Neek for calling in, because not a lot of ladies call in on these type of subjects, you know. I guess where I got it confused is that I feel like you understand the definition of a baby mama terrorist. Am I right? You understand. Okay. So for you to say you understand it, but then you kind of go against the grain, like, but I don't understand why you guys are attacking this narrative. That's the very reason we're attacking this narrative. Like, I don't know if you came on here to just, you know, show your tits and get attention. Maybe that was the reason.
I don't need to come on here to get attention.
Let's have accountability for the tits. Let's cover them up a little bit. I mean, you know, you don't have to. We want to hear what you have to say. A lot of blue pill men will get distracted by your tits and they won't hear your message.
Okay, well, don't focus on my tits. Talk about what you want
to. Well, we'll cover them up. No,
I don't. You're not my dad.
But we're not. That's neither here. That's neither here nor there. Wait. That's neither here nor there.
If you're not distracted by my tits, don't focus on my tits. If you want to make a point, make a point.
I don't want to talk about
that's neither here nor there. But sweetheart, I will say this: if it don't apply, let it fly. Like, if you don't feel like you yourself is a baby mama terrorist, but you understand what a baby mama terrorist is, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah,
that's the crowd that we're talking. But if you're not that, but you admit it. Wait. Let me finish my thought. And then I'll give you the floor.
That's why I had defense of the term. I understand what a baby mama terrorist is, but I do not agree that every person that y'all apply that label to is a baby mama terrorist. I think that sometimes men don't have accountability for how they ended up in the situation, how the situation played out, and you guys label every person a baby mama terrorist, and I don't think that label applies to everybody.
Okay, this is an argument that you can't win, ma'am, and the reason you can't win this argument because it's too many men who's experienced this situation. You're not a man, so you can't speak for men, but you yourself said, I understand what a baby mama terrorist can be. You said it yourself. So if it don't apply, let it fly. We're not talking to you then, unless you feel like you're guilty.
I don't agree that the label that y'all place on every woman, I do not agree
every woman is
a baby mama terrorist.
If it don't apply, let it fly. We're not
the
talking about
women
every
that
woman.
calling a baby mama terrorist, I don't agree that all of them deserve the label of baby mama terrorist. That's what I'm saying.
But they don't. But the ones that do
Some of
deserve
y'all
it
are
need to be
labeling-
called out.
Hold
The
on.
ones that do.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna mute because y'all still talking over each other. Let's get this clear. A baby mama terrorist don't mean all women's a baby mama terrorist. A mother and a baby mama terrorist are two different individuals. Not all women are baby mama terrorists. We only call out the ones that want to alienate fathers, run to the courts for failed relationship, and put men on child support and separate the child from the father. That's what a baby mama terrorist is. It's not about all women are baby mama terrorists. My mother was not a baby mama terrorist. I wasn't raised by a baby mama terrorist, so I can't sit back and say all women or all black women are baby mama terrorists. But there's a lot of baby mama terrorists that does this shit, and I'm calling this shit out. So please, y'all talk, take turns. Don't cut her off, and don't cut him off. Just state your case, and let's get this, because I got like other people on here that want to say something. Go ahead, MVP. Say what you guys say, and don't be cutting each other off. Go ahead. Say what you guys say, MVP.
That's pretty much what I was saying, man. Like, let's take accountability for the ones who are baby mama terrorists. We're not talking to those who are not. We're not grouping all of y'all together. We're singling the ones out who make it hard for single fathers to see their kids, but yet we pay child support, and the system is unjust. You said it. You admitted yourself. It is some women that takes advantage of the system. So okay, that's duly noted. But what I'm saying is, if it don't apply, let it fly. So why are you so upset? I don't understand your fight. Your dog. You don't have a dog in this fight. What's your gripe? If you're not a baby mama terrorist, what's your gripe about men calling out the women who do act in a baby mama terrorist way? What's your gripe against us doing that?
Okay, so am I free to talk now, or are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
So like I said, the label baby mama terrorist, I'm not speaking for all women. I understand that you're not applying it to all women. I said the label of baby mama terrorist that you guys are putting on the women that you're labeling as baby mama terrorists does not apply to all of those women that you're labeling that. What I'm saying is, and the reason why I'm defending against it is because y'all will get a bitch pregnant, get a girl pregnant, know the consequences, the repercussions, know what type of person she was, but then have zero accountability for where the situation ended up and say that she's a baby mama terrorist. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm defending against it, because I don't think that every person that you give that label to deserves that label, because you guys are taking away the accountability of yourself for why the position of your situation is where it is. That's why I'm defending against it.
Now, can I ask you this question? I just want to ask you this question. Now, you just said that we don't take accountability, but when I asked you earlier, I said if a woman chooses a guy who got multiple kids, a deadbeat or whatever, and she get pregnant, have a kid, basically from what you're saying about us, that means she shouldn't be saying shit about him, calling him deadbeats and low lies when she knew what she was getting herself into, right?
Yeah, she shouldn't. I never agreed with that.
Well, earlier I asked you that.
You didn't ask me that earlier. You asked me.
Yes, I did. I asked you that earlier.
You said if a girl gets pregnant and the guy doesn't want to be in the child's life, is she wrong for not going after him and making him be in the child's life? And I told you that a woman cannot make a child be in a child's life. That's not what you asked me.
That's not what I said either. That's not what I said. I did say about about him not wanting child and all that, but what I'm saying is, does she take accountability for her actions? Because it takes two, like you said. And all we saying is these baby mama terrorists need to take accountability for their actions.
And I told you I can admit when women need to take accountability.
But that's why I don't understand your gripe. It's like, if you can admit both sides, why not just be neutral? Why not be bipartisan?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all only put down women. That's why I can admit.
It sounds to me like you're more definitive.
I can admit to the faults of women. You guys are acting like men, it's all the woman, it's only the woman, it's only her, it's only no, and that's why I'm saying no. I'm going against that.
I'm not going to say that, because like I told you, the courts got a lot to do with the alienation that's going on because they allow it. So I can't sit back and just say it's women. The courts allow this.
We always hold each other accountable. And on this channel, in this space, men hold each other accountable for men's actions too.
You got to hold yourself accountable first. I don't never say just blame the woman.
But that's what y'all doing.
But you just said this your first time on my page, so how you figure that?
I'm going off of what you're doing right now.
Well, I'm talking about.
I'm saying what you're doing right now. What you're doing right now, from the time that I came on this channel, from the time that you were talking, from the time that I entered the chat, that's what you were doing. But I do want to make it clear that I am going somewhere today, so I will stay on here for about 15 more minutes. Whoever else got something else to say.
Okay, I'm gonna let JB chime in. He came in next, and then we got Jaylon, we got Dallas D, and then Benjamin, then Game of Lives Matter, and IG Dome, and then we got Mel.
Hey, just save me for last. Just save Game of Lives Matter for last. I'll let these.
All right, I got you, bro. Go ahead, Jab. You in, man? Jab, you there? Okay, Jaylon, go ahead and chime in, and when Jab come back, he'll be next. Jaylon, you there?
Yeah. Okay, piggybacking off of what's the name? Neek said. Okay, we can't hold men to some accountability for getting these types of chicks pregnant. The baby mama terrorists pregnant. We can't hold them to some accountability. But the whole purpose of this channel is to let men know what these type of women would do to them and how they can use the court system against them. That's why we're trying to raise awareness to these men so they won't get these chicks pregnant. So we're strapped up and use condoms and avoid these types of chicks. And the women that we label as baby mama terrorists, they are terrorists. That's why we're telling men, beware of these type of chicks. And that's all I had to say.
Okay, but do you want to respond to that, Neek, or?
When I came on this channel, again, this is my first time, so I will admit I don't know what the premise of this channel is prior to me coming. When I came onto this channel, I just heard him calling women bitches and calling them all kind of things out of their name, and it didn't sound like the awareness of what can happen. When I came on this channel, he was comparing Kevin Samuels' woman to making more money than him, and the fact that Kevin Samuels' woman made more money than him, he was basically calling her dumb for wanting a man who made less money. So that's when I came into the channel. So that's what the impression that I got and what I went off of.
Okay, when I was talking about, a lot of simps and forces came and want to talk about him making less money. And what I said was, you laugh at him making less money, but you're not looking at her about her choosing that guy who made less money. I said, why y'all not looking at the person that make all this money but decide to go lower her standards to give somebody make money like this? You want to badmouth him when you should be looking at her. That's what I said. I mean, you choose who you want to be with, but if you talking about he make less money, but you're not looking at the person that chose him. That's what I was saying. You understand?
I was responding to him.
Oh, okay. We got Dallas D up in the building. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing? I have a couple of questions for Neek. One, you talked about men walking away from their parental obligations or from the kids. Do you believe that women, where they're in that situation where a guy gets a girl pregnant, she has the baby, he decides he doesn't want to play a part, do you believe that that gives her the right, or that she should take him to court for child support?
No.
You don't believe that?
No.
Do you support my body, my choice?
Yes.
Okay, so for the men who do walk away that are on child support, for the women that they're talking about, the baby mama terrorists that actually do that. So those women most of the time support Roe v. Wade. According to Roe v. Wade, consenting to sex is not consenting to parenthood. So if a man gets a girl pregnant, even though it does take two to tango, if he decides he just doesn't want to be a father, he understands you're pregnant, you decide to go along with it, he should be allowed to walk away from that situation without the courts hounding him about child support because he's morally obligated to pay. And then you mentioned the men.
Well, if you know me in real life, I agree with that. I feel like if I'm a person, I get pregnant and I want to have the child because it's my body and my choice, I have the authority to take full responsibility for that child. I agree with that. Now, what I don't agree with is a man who says, okay, I don't want to have a say in that child's life. But then when the child comes, they want to say, you know what? I'm gonna beat her to the punch. I'm gonna take her to court, and I'm gonna give full custody or whatever. At that point, when you go and you try to take her to court, you try to get custody of that child that you didn't want to be a part of, she has the right to then put you on child support.
Well, but on those grounds, you said that a man should fight for his right to be a father. First, my question would be, why should any parent, whether it's male or female, why should any parent have to fight to be a parent in a child's life?
You shouldn't have to, but I'm saying you should not allow a woman to not let you see your child. So if you are dealing with a difficult parent who is not allowing you to be in your child's life, then you should fight. If you want to be in your child's life, you should fight to be in your child's life.
You do know that most often
have to fight to be in your child's life, but
you do know that more often than not, non-custodial parents are seldom heard in courts. There are lots of stories where men have even called cops because it's their weekend and they want to get their child. They're at their baby mother's house to pick up their child. The mother will call the police saying that he is trespassing, but the man has documents saying it's my weekend. You have officers, you have sheriffs that are telling these men that because it's her property, I understand it's your weekend, but we cannot enforce that. You have to get off of her property. So that's why men are being alienated from children. They're not talking about all women, but there are a lot of women who—
And you do know that that negatively affects the mother when they take it to court.
No, it doesn't, because I know
if you go to court,
hold on. You said you can call 5 men right now that have fought and got custody of their kids.
Yes, because
you're 5.
Let's
To your 5.
Hold on. One at a time. Let's do the one at a time again. Go ahead.
To your 5, I can call 100 that didn't get custody. To your 5.
Okay, well, I don't see that. I've had men who have had difficult baby mamas, was not releasing a child to them when they were supposed to, and when they took it to court, that fared negatively for the woman, and they were able to get more time with the child. So if you're telling me that a woman, like, I don't believe that a woman is just keeping a child, and then the judge is saying, okay, that's fine that you just keep on keeping the child from the man and just keep on not get, like, no.
Because the woman's not telling the story in court. The woman is lying in court saying that he's not coming by.
He has documentation. When a woman does not hand over her child for that visitation, you can file documentation with the cops to show that they did not do what they were supposed to on their visit. They withheld the child, and you can present that documentation to the court.
I'm not saying you can't present it. What I'm saying is in family court. I'm not saying that you can't present it. What I'm saying is when it's presented in family court, very seldomly is that information ever heard, because judges don't make decisions in the best interest of a child, and you brought that up. So you said they should go to court to fight because the judge is going to make a decision in the best interest of the child. But you also brought up the fact that there was a threatening situation with your child. The reason why you did what you did was because the child was in danger. So if the child actually was in danger, why did the judge in your case award the father custody time? If the judge really makes decisions in the best interest of a child, and you said that there was a situation where your child was in danger, why would that judge award time to the father?
I said what he has now. I didn't say what he had at the time. I said what he has now. At the time, he got stripped of his rights.
Who gets to determine whether or not somebody's in danger, and why do women think that a failed relationship? So you brought up the idea of working things out with the baby mother. So why do women think that because I don't want to work things out with you, it automatically means that that's child abandonment? Just because this relationship—
I don't agree with that.
But you said he should work it out with the baby mama. Most baby mothers—
I said that on a co-parenting level. I didn't say he should work it out as far as getting with her. If you can work out situations amongst yourself without a judge, I would rather a person put their ego to the side and work out what they can with their baby mama than having somebody else decide the fate of their child. I did not say that you supposed to get romantically involved with her. I said, put your ego to the side and come to a common ground for the child. That's what I said.
Okay, on that note, so we're putting their ego to the side. So him stop calling her out of her name, blah, blah, blah. But you even said that when you went to court, there was a time period that you were acting on emotions. So you didn't put your ego to the side. And most
at that time I didn't.
And most child support cases, regardless of how they end up,
and it didn't work, and it didn't work in my favor. And I cannot.
But most of them start because women act on emotions. Every single woman that I know personally that has put their baby's father on child support, it was never about that man not being there, because the men I know, the women I know, those men have played roles in their children's lives. But the minute they found out another woman came into the picture, all of a sudden, I'm going to put him on child support, or because he doesn't want to be with me. Oh, you don't want to take care of me. You don't want to be with me, but you're going to take care of these kids, and you're going to take care of my house, and you're going to take care of my finances. And you simply spitting out a child does not automatically warrant you rights to that person's finances. It doesn't. And no parent should have to fight to be a parent. And if judges
shouldn't have to fight to be a parent.
Right.
I never agreed that.
Right.
I never.
Okay, so let's talk about judges.
That you should have to fight. I said, if you want to be in your child's life, it is not an excuse that she didn't allow you to not be there. If you want to be in your child's life, then you should fight. You shouldn't have to fight. No, you shouldn't have to go through the courts. You shouldn't have to not be able to be amicable. But in cases where you're not amicable, in cases where you don't get along, in cases where she is not allowing you to be in your child's life, that is not an excuse to not be in your child's life if you want to be there. That's what I said. So if you want to be in your child's life, then you should fight for them. It should not be a situation to where you just out of your child's life and you want to be there. But in a perfect world, no. People should be able to work amongst themselves. They should be able to come without the courts and do what's best for their child. That's how it should be.
I agree. Last question. So if judges are making decisions in the best interest of a child, why is it that child support payments are based on the non-custodial's income? Because whether you make $5 an hour, $500 an hour, the cost of milk is the same, the cost of Pampers are the same, the cost of raising the child is the same.
The income is based on.
Well, hold on, let me finish. So you make those decisions based on the father's income, because a judge will tell you, or an attorney will tell you, it's because that child should benefit from having both of those incomes in the house. That argument I hear. But if that's the case, if you're based—
wait, I'm going to pause you. They don't just base it off of the father's income or the non-custodial income. They base it off of both parents' income.
No, they don't. Well, let me finish. That's not where I was going with that.
Depend on the state.
They do.
It depends on that's not true. That's not
I
true.
live in California, so if it's depending on the state, depending on where I live in California, I live in California. In California, they base it off of both. They base it off of custodial parent and non-custodial parent.
I'm just letting you know. I just want to let you know before you say some states don't do it. Now, Illinois just started in 2017. A lot of states still do that. Oh, what he got. So I'm just letting you know. Not the nation. Just
right. But the real part of that question is if a judge can make this child support payment based off of non-custodial's income or any income, regardless, because milk costs the same, doesn't matter what your income is. If that's the argument, why is it that when it comes to visitation is not set on those same grounds? So if the father was living at home with the child on a Tuesday night, if he decides he wants to take his son to a basketball game, he doesn't have to ask the mother. He doesn't have to get it cleared by a judge. It doesn't have to be his weekend. So why is it that child support payments are based on income, because you want to say that child should benefit from both incomes, but the time spent with that child, which is the most important factor when it comes to bringing up children, the time spent with that child is not equitably distributed. So why is that part not important if a judge is making a decision in the best interest of a child?
Well, the judge also factors in school. They also factor in other things other than that. So they factor in more than that. So I can't tell you the roundabout of I didn't make the judicial system. Okay, I did not make the judicial system, and I never ever on this platform said that it was fair. I never ever did not say that there are some, things where it's not all the way equal. I never said that it was equal. What I said was that men get more time than what he was willing to admit that they get. Now, as far as why it's not equally distributed and why this, why that, I can't speak for that. I'm not a judge.
I can because I pulled the numbers. I can because I pulled the numbers. It's because child support is beneficial to the state. When they make decisions in child support, it's because they're benefiting the state. So for every dollar that is collected in child support, every dollar that a non-custodial parent pays in child support, the state is being federally funded $3 to $5. So when they're basing these child support payments, you're paying $500 a month, you're paying $800, they're getting $3 to $5 of federally funded money off of that same child support payment they're collecting from a non-custodial parent. So it's not because your child has needs, it's because the state is benefiting from your money. And I'm glad you said you live in California. 2020. So y'all talk. We're going to bring up some recent stats. In 2020, during the global pandemic, COVID-19, the state of California claimed that they collected $2.8 billion in child support payments. Of that $2.8 billion, the state kept $430 million for themselves. So tell me why child support payments are based on what they are, and the state is collecting $400.
I can't tell you why it's based on what it's based on.
That's California, though.
But that's California. Okay, but what I was talking to him about was him not being truthful in saying that men are not getting time with their children. Like, whatever the stats is and however much the judicial system gets or whatever, that's not what I came on here and I was talking about. I was talking about him saying that men are going to court and not getting time at all with their kids. That to me is
but that what she was telling you. What she's telling you is
she's telling me about how much the state keeps.
I started with saying that the states award the custody to the women because, first of all, if men get custody of kids, most often than not, a man is not going to request state assistance. So first of all, child support is the welfare recovery program. So if you're getting WIC or any kind of state assistance, that state automatically sues the father to pay back money that your tax dollars already paid for. Those programs are funded through.
Okay, well, if and I feel like a lot of Black fathers need to go outside of the court. I don't believe that every situation.
But you can't go outside of the court. You can't.
Don't believe that every single situation that these men are dealing with, these child support situations, that they have zero accountability. Some men are not stepping up how they should.
Okay, do you understand
that all these men that are put on child support are put on child support because they don't deserve to be?
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Do you understand what? Hold on. I'm gonna clear it up.
It's more men who are not taking care of their children.
I'm gonna clear it up.
Than men who are stepping up to the plate. So
understand?
Actually, that's actually less than that.
That's false.
That's less than that.
Let her talk. That's not true. That's false, though. That's false. But go ahead, D.
So you're saying, hold on. What was the statement that you said again? Men don't do what?
I said, you're over here acting like every guy that's put on child support doesn't deserve to be on child support and they're unfairly put on child support. A lot of these men who are put on child support are not doing shit for their child and not stepping up.
Okay. Do you understand what welfare recovery program means? That means even if you don't, say you decide you have a child, right? You're not putting your baby's father on child support. You just need some food stamps in the house because you're struggling, right? As a parent, you're not putting your baby.
I understand how that works.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just giving you a scenario. So you go down to the state and request some assistance because you're a struggling mom. You're not trying to put your baby on child support. The state automatically sues the non-custodial parent to pay back any government assistance that a custodial parent receives. I don't care if it's medical assistance. I don't care if it's child care services. I don't care if it's WIC. I don't care if it's food stamps. I don't care if it's a voucher. Any assistance that a mother or a custodial parent requests, the welfare recovery program, what it does is it sues the non-custodial parent, and the non-custodial parent is paying that money back. That's why all of the money collected in child support, and child support is how much? $50 million industry?
51.
Yeah, but I feel like you're getting off of topic though. Like,
no, it's not off topic. This is why. This is why men.
Speaking facts as far as how welfare recovery works. Yes, that's how it works. Like we understand that. And people are rating you in the chat and they're saying, oh my God, she's right. Like, yeah, we understand how that works, but that's not the topic. And that's not what I came on here and what I was talking about. Like that's
no, I was rebutting what you said. You said men can work outside the courts. Not if that woman has requested state assistance. There's no way to get out of that. That is a lifetime debt.
You cannot. As a father, and he's taking care of his child. She probably wouldn't need the assistance that she's getting.
Okay.
Yo, and that's not.
Oh, can I say something?
Hold on.
I actually have to go. So, but if anybody else wants to say something real quick,
hold on. Let Dawn was first, then Mel, then you can chime off. Dawn, you there?
No, hold on. Don't let me forget to go too.
Yes, sir.
But go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Dawn.
Yes, sir. I'm here. Hey, forgive me, I'm at the gym. But can both parties be? Y'all both can be right, Neek and everybody in the chat. Like, I was talking to a friend the other day about how what men do. We need to take accountability. I was talking about how black fathers need to teach their sons on how to pick a woman. And a lot of times the black fathers, we just happy that the son is having sex, so wrap it up, or make sure the woman, or make sure you're having make sure you put on 2 condoms in and whatnot. And if a woman says she can't get pregnant, you put
your mic going out, bro. Your mic going out. Your mic going out,
bro. Go to a better area.
Hold on. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, but no, I was talking to a friend the other day about how black fathers, we need to take more accountability on raising our boys to choose the proper woman. But a lot of times, black men, we just happy that our son is having sex. We excited that our son is having sex with a woman, and we tell the black father speech. If a woman says she can't get pregnant, make sure you put a condom on anyway. Make sure you wear 2 condoms and stuff like that. But we don't teach our sons on what type of woman we should be choosing. But yes, excuse me. Yeah, I'm at the gym. My bad. But when it come to child support, both parties can be right. Yes, there are women. Like, okay, take my situation. I had a situation with my baby mom. I was wanting to be in my child's life. I had to fight. I had to take my baby mom to court to get more time to see my daughter and whatnot. But a lot of times, yes, the court system is racist, but it's also colorist as well. Say you got a dark-skinned baby mom and a light-skinned baby dad. The court will side with the light-skinned baby dad because we understand how colorists work. But in a lot of times, what's that? Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought somebody was trying to speak. But also we understand that the court system it relies heavily on the female. Like the woman, in some cases, the woman not even the right parent for the child to be with. She just want them just to get that state assistance, so she can milk the baby dad for everything he get. And because the government is taking care, like paying for she on WIC, she getting what, $2,000 a month or probably more off child support from the father, when the father is actually the better parent to be with anyway. And I see some instances where the baby mom, she'll lead a kid with the grandma and stuff like that, or her aunts or cousins or something like that, and she won't give the custody to the dad when the dad is actually more responsible.
Okay. Let me go ahead. Mel. Go ahead, bro. State your case. Mel, you there?
Sorry.
Mel is on you.
Yeah. Can you hear me clear now?
Yeah, go ahead.
We got you.
How you doing?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Just wanted to ask the lady, Rand, if she's listening. Who chooses the sex partners? It's the men or women? Who has like final say so?
The women. Women choose who they want to have
not
sex
you.
with.
I was asking.
No, you talking to the guests on the panel.
Hey, Nick, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
The brother asked you a question. Ask her again, Mel. Don't make it too long because she got to wrap it up. She got to roll.
All right. Well, I wanted to allude to also too. You know what I'm saying, with the lady with the glasses was saying also too. She was giving a whole breakdown history of how technically you think that there's a large percentage of no good fathers out there, and it's actually less than that. It's actually like 10% of no good fathers out there. 30% of the dudes y'all actually choose, and y'all look over the 80 or 70% of good potential men out there like crazy. Y'all have the final say so on who you want to procreate with. We don't.
And you guys also have the final say so on who you
No,
marry.
we have to say so when it comes to marriage and
Y'all
commitment.
have to say so, like
Y'all
you
have
just
hold
do
it.
the tango.
I'm not finished.
One at a time.
One at a time. One at a time.
Y'all have the final say so when it comes to who sticks his raw penis in you, no matter what. So even if he didn't bring a condom, you still have power over your vagina. You know for a fact, even before y'all even had sex, that he was no good, not even responsible.
And so, you knew before you came in her raw that she was no good. And
but you still have final say so if you want his raw penis inside of you.
And you have final say so when you condom. Like, what are we saying?
I'm talking. The only time it's unplanned pregnancies is if he had a condom and it breaks. That's unplanned.
Okay, but both people choose their sex partners.
All those pregnancies were planned. You know that. You looked over a whole lot of potential good dudes that were responsible for the dudes that you want to feel like to swag and all that mess. And then when they get mad, when some of the other dudes who have to be cleanup guys, or even guys that actually are taking responsible for their kids, telling their side of the story, because since the 1980s or even 90s, y'all had your own media to speak your side of the truth for so long. But now us men, we got our say so now, and we got fast data statistics to prove that. That's when y'all had advantage over us back in the 80s and 90s. There was not enough facts and data statistics to prove, you know what I'm saying, that y'all was wrong. But we do now.
We're wrong because y'all have the opportunity to come in a girl or not come in a girl, but we're the ones that are wrong because what? Like
because you lied.
And the people in the comments who saying that no. A lot of y'all have dumb brains yourself. Y'all say that I'm stupid or dumb, and y'all really the dumb stupid ones. Because
unless it was all worded, I don't want to say the actual word. Great, so I don't know how you're trying to assert. Yeah, but unless it was that, then you still have the final say so to say, dude, you better put that condom on.
Okay, but you have the final say so to not.
It doesn't matter. You have the final say so.
What are you talking about?
You said that he didn't have no condom on, and y'all got way more contraceptives than we do to prepare for that. If he hasn't put a ring on your finger to marry you, do it that way.
Okay, and you had the opportunity if you slipped up to buy the day after pill. So what are we saying?
But she has to take the day after pill.
You still choose irresponsible
what are we
men
saying? Like, what are we saying?
And then when you get mad when some
you choose your sex partner too.
All right, look. All right. I'm gonna let Curtis Locke get in here and speak her case because she disagreed with some of the lot of stuff I said. Go ahead, Curtis Locke. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay, I agree with a lot of the things that you say, and then I disagree with just the blanket. Once you made the statement that you were not accusing all women of being this babies who had that is something that is left to be taught to your teenagers that are growing up now. But once the child is here, is the problem that I have, because women by nature, not every woman, of course, but most women by nature, we are protectors. We have this need to be with our children and to take care of our children. And I think that with men, out of sight, out of mind, because there is no way, if my child is in Hong Kong, I am still worried about my child. I still want to make sure my child has food. I still want to make sure my child has a roof over her head. It doesn't matter. And with men, a lot of times it seems like out of sight, out of mind. I can go have a baby mama over here in Texas. I can have a baby mama over here.
No, that's not fucking true. That's not fucking true at all. That's not fucking true at all.
Let her talk. Go ahead, finish.
And unless you are forced, and I will say this, I am a living proof. I have never put a man on child support.
Good.
Because I don't believe with the system.
Okay.
I don't believe in it, so I don't support it. I have been a struggling single mother, but I have raised my child. My child has a master's degree. I have raised my child. I worked 2 and 3 jobs to raise my child. But first of all, I'm a person. I'm not about to beg you to take care of your child. You should want to take care of your child. I'm not. You have all the ability. You can be in your child's life. You can see your child. I have told the father, if you don't have to do anything for me. Okay, call your child, send your child a birthday gift. I don't care, because I want to establish the relationship with you and your child. But what I have noticed, because I never pressed that button, because I never called, because I never filed this, then you did way less. You did the bare minimum, because too, the man knew, hey, she's going to take care of this child. So I don't have to do all that I have to do. So I believe that, especially with Black men, you have created this system for the child support
That's not true.
offices to do this.
That's
Because
not true
if
at
you
all.
are in your
That's not
child's
true.
life.
Hold on. Let me tell you the history of child support.
I know it's no good.
No. Let me tell you what child support was created for. Child support was created for the married white woman. It wasn't for the Black man. Back in the day, it was for married men who went overseas going to war and never came back. Because back in the days, women weren't allowed to work and get jobs.
Right.
Child support was for married white women. If you was unmarried, you didn't get no child support. And back then, 95 or 98 or 90% of Black families was together. So it wasn't no child support for the Black man. The so-called deadbeat that y'all want to sit back and talk about is that white man. It's more white men on child support than anybody. They pay the most money, and to be honest with you, they go through it worse with a white baby mama test. Matter of fact, they're the worst baby mama test ever. Number two, in the 60s, when they came out with all this welfare shit from the Democrats, with all this welfare shit, keeping the man out the house.
Right.
That started to be less Black men being in the house. Either they was kicked out the house so they get that money.
Right.
Maybe they did run off. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, when y'all see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all need to know the reason why child support was created, not because of the Black man. It was because of the white man who did not come back and abandon his family. And back then, they wasn't allowed to work. So I understood why child support was created back then. But we look at it now, it's about this $51 billion business that they get, reaping the benefits of getting child support, keeping the man out the house.
I agree.
Keeping the man out the picture. The less time that man has with that child, the more money that the state get. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times, the more problems that child has also.
But they don't care about the child. That's what people realize.
I do agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that, because that is why I said I have never ever utilized that system, because I know that it is divisive, and in California, where they do collect child support, and recipients that are receiving TANF or whatever you call it, benefits, if they collect on the father, that money goes to TANF, and it's not even going to the child.
Right, but even if it's somebody that got money and put a man on child support, they get a piece of that too.
Exactly.
So it's not just, see, that's what I'm saying. On my platform, I tell people that a baby mama test, the worst baby mama test is the one that got money, the one that got degrees, the one that got a license, because that's the shield to hide behind. And that's what they'll spend all their money to set that man up for failure. The welfare baby mama terrorists, I can't really talk about them because the state picked up and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So mine is about baby mama terrorists who put men on child support for failing relationship or divorce. And when the father wants equal custody, it's not because, he don't want to pay child support, because you can still pay child support. It'll be less, but you still pay child support. And it's unfortunate, like you said, the system is biased and bullshit, but you got a lot of women, and I'm not even gonna say baby mama, you got a lot of women that says this is the best thing ever. But these are saying, now talking black women, them the main ones that say we support our kings, but then you want to run to the same white supremacist system called child support and say that's the best thing ever.
No,
I just want to add on that, Palmer, about with the bias. Even though the laws is different in each state, depending on what type of judge is there, he has the final say so no matter what, he or she. That judge could be biased and be in the woman's favor no matter what. Even if it says by the laws they have to follow it, it doesn't matter. That judge has the final say so. They have ways breaking rules and laws to be in certain woman's favor. Just how the system is also.
That is why I don't agree with the system, and I believe that you should try your best. to handle it outside of court because we already know that the court system is flawed as it is. So I just never trusted the court to have my child's best interest at heart.
Exactly. And that's what I was saying, that people need to always blaming the courts, and that's what they rely on. Like, if you could work it out with your baby mama, work it out with your baby mama and put your pride aside. A lot of these times, these men be having an ego and don't put their pride aside to work it out.
The same thing with the woman's ego. They have an ego also too.
It takes two.
She has to be cooperative to what he's laying the idea.
Exactly.
It takes two. And if one is not trying to be civil like the other, it's not going to work, whether it's a man or a woman. It takes two.
True. That's true.
And in those cases, then yes, you have to utilize the court.
So they get. I didn't even say that again.
Exactly.
I said in those cases, then yeah, you have to utilize the court. But the cases where you could work it out without the court, then work it out without the court.
I agree 100% with that. And another thing, only 24% black men are having kids out of wedlock, not 90 and 100% and all that.
Exactly.
They say it's
20 again, Palmer?
black men. It's 24% black men having kids out of wedlock, and only 20% of those are not take care of their kids.
Boom.
I just want y'all to know this. So when y'all hear that stigma about 90% of men and most niggas because they stay in the hood that they never get out of, don't fall for that bullshit.
You want to know why, Palmer? Because they focus on the men that they sexually attract to so much, the ones that didn't wipe them up.
But that's not my
they anger out the other potentials. What's they all saying?
Hey, Curly, Lock, you might have to mute your mic. Hold on. Curly, Lock, you might have to mute your mic. It's crackling. We can't hear.
I did.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, now I was saying, you know why? Because most women are focusing on the women that they most women focus on the men that they sexually attracted to, and look over the ones that have potential to take care of them, no matter what. So it's like the 80-20 rule. They focus on the 20%. They didn't want to wipe them up, and let's say most of that 80% decide to build himself up to the top tier man that he wants to be. That woman put him as his choice Z, but now that man now put her as his choice Z. And don't want her no more. So know what happens? Now she's gonna say all men ain't trash.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's right.
Once he looked over, didn't want her anymore and her worst. Why do we have to get at y'all at your worst? Why can't we just get with y'all when you're at your better too? So we both could be better.
I agree.
They're not mature enough.
Okay, so how do you feel like we're gonna get there? We're not gonna get there with people whining and bashing women all day.
Well, ain't nobody whining and bashing women.
We only bash.
What are you talking about?
But like I said, y'all had your platform.
Hold on. Yeah,
bash men.
Go ahead and let them chime in.
Yeah, I've been waiting patiently.
I'm sorry.
What's her name? What's her name? BMT. What's the BMT name? Nikki.
My name is Nick. I'm not BMT.
Just call her Nick, bro. Hey, just call her Nick. We ain't gonna do that. Just call her Nick. Just take your taste, study your thoughts, opinion. Go ahead.
All right. So you never seen this show before, have you?
No, I admitted that I haven't.
Okay, well, I think you need to take out the time to watch the show before you come on here judging, thinking that men are on here bashing women. We're only bashing women that is taken up for like wrongdoing of doing stuff in child support. We're not going at baby mothers that want to do right on this channel. So I don't know why you would come on here and have that type of disagreement until you get educated on this show.
I told you at the point in which I came on here, if you were listening, I said the point in which I came on the show, he was disrespecting women, calling them out their name, and saying certain things. And when I came on the show, that's what prompted me to come on the show.
That's what we said.
And he told me to come on. He told me to come on. So that's why I came on.
That's why we said 1,000 times that we wasn't disrespecting women. I mean, can you not hear? Like that's what we kept saying the whole time.
You can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but if you sitting here bashing women and calling them bees and out their name and calling women dumb and this woman is stupid and this and that, like you could tell me.
Hold on. I got it.
That don't mean I that's my assessment.
But we wasn't bashing. If you supposed to be a good woman and doing what you supposed to do.
Were you here at the point when
I came through? Yeah, I came through right on time.
So did you see when I entered? What was?
No, I didn't see when you entered.
Okay, well, so then we don't really have a dialogue to go back and forth because
no, we actually do have a dialogue to go back.
No, we don't because
I
already told you.
I was here
what
long
prompted
enough
me
to
to come
hear
in.
you
Excuse
say
me, madam.
about
She
10
asked
times.
how y'all doing?
Hey, hold on.
One
It's
at a time. Go ahead, Gamer.
It's my turn. Let me get this off.
Let him go.
Then y'all could definitely go. I'll let y'all have it. But what I'm saying is, yes, I was here long enough to see. I wasn't here at the very, very beginning, but for 1,000 times we told you we was not bashing women like that. We don't
But
bash
you
women
can't
over here
tell
like
me
that.
what you were doing when you were not here to see what he was doing.
Why you keep fucking deflecting? What's the fuck to deflect
How is
this
that
for? I don't
deflecting?
understand
You
that.
was not here
Every
when I
time,
entered
no,
into the
every
video.
time I noticed that about you. Like every time when we get that fact
How
to
is
you,
that
you start
deflecting? Were
deflecting.
you here? Were you here when he told me to come on? Were you here? Were you a
I
part of the
wasn't. I was there.
conversation
I got
when
here
I
2
became
minutes
when I
before he
came
told
on?
you.
No, you were
I
not
got
here.
here 2 minutes before he told you get on, and still at the same time, I sat here and listened to you for damn near 30 minutes on the same bullshit. So what are you talking about?
Anyways, is there anybody else who
No,
wanted
it
to
ain't no
say anything?
anyways.
Yes,
Just
it
be
is
accountable
anyways.
of your
It
shit.
is anyways. It
Just
is
be
anyways.
accountable.
I already explained what
Yeah,
prompted me to
you
get
keep
on here.
ducking and deflecting.
I'm
Stop
not
bullshitting.
ducking. I told you why I came on here. When I came
You was
on
ducking
here,
Mr.
he
Palmer's
was
question.
disrespecting women.
You
When
was
I
ducking
came
Judge
on
Palmer's
here,
question when
when
he sat
I
up there and
came
told you
on
about
here,
your baby
All
father.
right, Gator. All right. You stayed your case. We got Stucco up in here. What's up, bro? And then Noble, then Jason.
Hey, how you feeling, brother?
What's up, bro?
Chilling, man. All right. Look, I'm not even about to dabble too hard on what he just said because what he said didn't make sense though. It's just if the shoe doesn't fit, don't get offended. Like that that really is the thing. If you are somebody's child's mother and you're doing right, why can't we talk about women who aren't right? Because that's what we deal with. But y'all have a code where it's just you can't speak bad on women, period, because women don't even like to criticize each other. And things like the environment that a lot of us as young men when we grew up was messed up because y'all would never check y'all sisters about anything.
well, I don't know
Because
where you grew up, but that's not how we
no,
operate.
you got to hear what I'm saying. It ain't about where I grew up. This is a lot of young men that I know in general. I'm 29. So as far as I'm concerned, every other dude I've met, every woman has told us, hey, you should never say anything about a woman, period, because that's the same as hitting them. And oddly enough, critiquing a woman, for some reason, it's the same as hitting you. But you could tell me that I ain't shit all day and I'm supposed to eat that. But I can't even speak on your friend who ain't doing right because you just don't want me speaking wrong on women. You're basically creating a problem that you speaking of. That's how you end up with them sweet niggas who do
I
not
feel like
tear
it's
their.
sweet for niggas to sit and whine about women all day.
You gotta hear what I'm saying though. If you actually listen, you learn something. What I'm saying is,
Well, you heard what I said too.
yeah, I heard what you said, and I listened, and I'm about to pass that to the wayside because it's bullshit. Just listen to me, please. I'm trying to tell you that no, I got a cousin who got problems with his being, but you know the thing is, I know what he
Ain't
did
nobody gonna
as
cry in the
far.
car.
Hey.
Oh no, I was looking at the comments.
Go
Sorry.
ahead, bro.
Okay, go ahead. I'm saying I know what he did. I know what problems he didn't cause, but their objective is to do what's in the best interest of children. I don't have children. So I look at it from a standpoint of what I would do right. So when I see other niggas do wrong and women do wrong, I sit there and be like, why don't y'all just sit there and come to a consensus where things work? You so busy having animosity towards the opposite sex that you care less about fixing shit. You care more about a petty argument. Like if a man says something, it should not be, well, y'all do this too. Do you think, like, do you know if that man exhibits those negative qualities that you're talking about? Because if he's saying that, he probably doesn't do that. He probably a stand-up guy. Don't tell that man to shut up because that's the type of man that you want to be a part of the AAU league that mentors your son. Like that's y'all problem. Y'all don't get that. Y'all like Black people don't know when to shut up when it's actually to their benefit. You want to
First of
complain
all, men
until you out of
disrespecting a
breath.
woman is not a
First of all,
situation
I
where
ain't
a
finished talking.
woman needs to just shut up. And that's the thing too. You keep
No,
painting this
don't take
picture
it that
like
way.
I
Don't
entered
take it that
into
way.
the platform
Don't
when
take it that
he was
way. I
having
just had a
a
woman over my
respectable.
house the other day, and
No,
she a
you keep
single mom.
on. Okay, I
You're
just
not
let you talk.
listening.
I just let you talk.
She
You
don't
keep
want to
No,
on
it's
listen.
not letting
presenting the
me. I'm not
She
argument.
don't want to
allowed.
listen.
You don't allow me to do nothing.
You
This
keep
isn't
on
your show.
presenting the idea
Madam,
of the conversation
madam, this
like
is
I
not your
entered
show.
into
You
the
don't allow me to do
conversation
anything.
when you're acting like
Stop
I
talking.
entered into the conversation when he was having a
Madam, I heard
respectful
everything. I've
dialogue. No,
been
you
here.
didn't. You
Yes, I
already
did.
admitted that you didn't. You
No,
already
I
admitted that
didn't.
you
No, that
He
was
didn't.
me.
did.
That was me
That
that
was
said
him.
that.
That's
That
why
was
you
me.
ain't listening. That's your
She
problem.
don't want to
That's
listen.
why you
I'm not
probably
looking at the
single.
screen because I'm trying to get ready because I got somewhere to go. Y'all all sound the same to me, honestly.
Because you don't want to comprehend. You want
I
to
don't
listen to
need to
respond.
comprehend. I know the reason
That's your
why I came
problem.
onto the
That's your
damn
problem.
chat.
Yeah, but shouldn't I listen to understand you?
Nah,
Should I?
I don't
she
need
listened to
to
get
Hold
that
on, let
argue
her
makeup
about
and
answer.
all
titties out.
Hold
women.
on,
She
let her
I
listened to
answer.
told
that.
you why I came on
Should
the
I
chat,
listen?
and I
No, I
told you
said,
why
hey,
I
madam.
felt the way. Like,
Yeah,
what
but I
else?
asked you a direct question. Should I listen to
Next.
understand you?
Yeah, but you're making points that are irrelevant.
Yeah, but
Oh
what?
my
But
God.
means fuck what I said. Should I listen to understand you?
Yes, and obviously you didn't
All
listen because
right,
you're
hold on,
bringing up
hold on,
points
hold on,
that
hold on.
already were addressed.
Okay, it's cool. It's cool.
Because I gotta let Jab it on for a minute.
For sure. For sure.
I want to see what you
For
gotta
sure.
say.
All right. All I'm saying is it's a lot of us that were raised by immature people, and then the people that are immature because they don't know how to grow up yet, man.
Okay.
Communication is key. And that's the main reason why we having all these problems with babies out of wedlock, child support, and all these situations. If a man tell you he don't want to have no baby, why you gonna keep it? Why would you choose to argue with that man later? If a woman shows that she's completely irresponsible, bro, why you going wrong? That's all. That's where I'm gonna leave it at.
All right. Appreciate
Okay,
you.
and that's accountability on both people, which I can respect.
Okay. JB, you been there for a minute. Wow, I called you the first time. You didn't say nothing. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, yeah, nah, man, I'm over here playing Daddy Daycare, man. So that's why I missed my first calling. So, hey, but I'm from Oklahoma City, man. I'm here right now, man, and I was wanting to just I get y'all going back and forth with a lot of this, the custody and child support and everything like that, and I could understand that. But I was really wanting to discuss the actual topic in regards to the whole Kevin Samuel situation because I am from Oklahoma City. One of the things that I learned in school and college when I was in journalism classes, even if your mother says she loved you, check it out. So I actually looked up what Buddy was talking about, and I don't know where the $900 come from because actually he was getting, they made modifications to the child support, to the finances and everything like that, because that's what they do. That's what the courts do when you're going through a divorce. You may initially put down whatever it is that you put down. You may give your attorney or the courts or whatever statement for that particular month, and then all of a sudden, after going through hearing and hearing and hearing and motion, then it gets modified. So at the end of the modification, he was making uh the same, if not he was making actually more than her. So it did show that. I know that they want to post that up to make it seem like, oh man, he was just some he was some broke ass motherfucker, man. But that wasn't the case. I just wanted to put that out there. I do live in Oklahoma. I am going through a divorce right now. On top of that, I'm going through a divorce with an individual that, of course, I was the primary breadwinner, but she did do exactly what one of the sisters was talking about, in which she got on food stamps. She got on welfare. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. And I had to tell her that what I'm like, man, well now my fight ain't with you. We okay. I went through a lot with her, but I was like, we okay right now. But I told her, man, my fight ain't with you now. My fight is with the system because you chose to go to the system to take care of you. I have 50-50 custody. I am paying child support, so I can say that I'm involved. I had to fight for my son. I went through the process of parental alienation because of a emotional spouse that was angry. I filed for divorce, but that's a whole nother story. But be that as it may, I just wanted to put that out there that what the buddy was saying on the line when you initially got on, that's a lie. Whether he made $900 or not, that's just some initial filing, man. You know, and people do that. I mean, my attorney said that. You know, people do that. People put that. People put the lowest amount in there for the women. They'll put the lowest amount to increase, maybe child support, a certain amount of child support, and for the men, they'll put down the lowest amount to actually, decrease the amount of child support. And it could be for many reasons, but but be that as it may, you can get online. It's public record. Kevin Samuels, you're right, Mr. Palmer. Kevin Samuels don't necessarily have to mention anything in regards to it because it's public record. You can get on there right now. He was making about $4,000 a month, and she was making, a little bit like 35. So, I see that people are in a for because he's making a lot of people upset. He's making a lot of people upset, but he's speaking the truth. And I just think that people need to pump their brakes and really check stuff out before they start putting stuff out. But they only want to put these particular things out just to say, aha. It's that aha moment. Aha, I got you. I got you. And it's not that. Because if you looked it up for your damn self, you would actually see, oh man, nah, man, that ain't true. That may have been an initial filing, but that ain't necessarily true. Because when it was all said and done, he was making more than her. He was the primary breadwinner. And he paying what he paying, and it is what it is. So he ain't really got to say nothing. So I'm just letting y'all know, don't expect him to say anything. If y'all was, but don't expect him to say nothing. Because he know what it is, and it is what it is. Man, he's making more. He may not have been a high value man at that time as much as he speak of it today, but those are the individuals that ain't watched him, because I've been watching him for a long time. When he was at 60,000 subscribers, I was watching him. So they don't necessarily know. They just want to say, aha, I got you,
bro.
Yeah, they want to paint the narrative that, oh man, look at him. You shouldn't listen to him because he's a liar. And it's not necessarily, he's not a liar. So his talking points they still hold true. But they just pulled up something, and they pulled up some BS, and y'all can look it up for yourself. But I looked at it as soon as Mr. Palmer got on, because I was watching somebody else. But as soon as Mr. Palmer got on and put up that video, I was like, man, hold up, man, let me check this out, nigga. I'm in Oklahoma City right now, nigga. Why can't I do it? So I looked it up for myself, and that ain't true, fellas. But y'all take care of me. Y'all continue to just. What's up?
Oh, before you leave, I just wanted to ask you one thing.
What's happening?
Do you I'm wondering, all y'all on the panel for real? Have y'all realized that even though generationally there have been some messed up men, it's just based off of the political atmosphere that we sitting in, good black men existing throws off whatever a lot of black women want to push. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like there's so many men who are part of mentorship programs, AAU leagues, coaches, architects who teach kids, in their off time. No one wants to act like these men exist. And to admit that these men exist ruins feminism's process.
They don't give a fuck. Just like the lady that was on here, they don't give a fuck. They don't want to listen to you, and they just don't care. So that's why we on here telling our stories like that, because they just don't give a fuck. You see that she was being deflective, nonchalant about the shit, looking at her phone, looking at the chat. That's why we on here. And then she think we on here bashing women. No, we only talk about the women that are not doing right on here. And we had to tell her that 1,000 fucking times, and she wasn't listening.
All right, bro.
So no, these motherfuckers would never agree or never, listen to what we got to say. That's why Judge Palmer always be on here 24/7 talking about change the laws in your minds, because these hoes don't give a fuck. Okay? I done told you.
All right, bro. Let me let Noble chime on in. What's up, Noble? How you feeling, brother?
Peace to the brothers. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Peace be on you, my brother. What's going on?
I was in. I had chimed in when you were on. You had the screen up, looking at the paper in the child support paper before the young lady came on with the for her perspective, and it's just interesting hearing the same rhetoric. I was lucky enough to get around a millionaire when I was 20, and I've been in those circles, those affluent circles. I'm 35 years old, never drank, never smoked, no criminal record, no tattoos. You know, I was around my dad. You know, not to tell my story, but my dad, he was really one of them dudes that really ran the street, shot and killed people. My older brother was one of them dudes that really ran the street, shot and killed people in real life. And I was trained by a lot of hitmen. So I never got caught doing nothing. I never, praise be to Allah that I got out. So the streets really kept me out of things. So my perspective is really different. I say all that to say, I built up a lot of strength, a lot of understanding to fight these Europeans, these colonists, and these Jews. And the people that stand in the way the most is our sisters. And I'm one of the dudes that you call me, if I got to leave where I'm at to come with some dude, there's somebody getting hurt, and how many times I've gone and done that and the dude was innocent. I bring that up because
say that again, bro.
I mean, it's been a lot of times a female will call me up, and I go to so put their hands on me, and I go and I break this dude's jaw or threaten to kill him, and turns out that she started it. Sorry if it's too loud. Let me get a little closer.
No, you good. So basically, you telling me you was being a simp and forced to come to one of these people, baby mama.
Indeed, young. Wow.
I want y'all to hear this.
Yeah.
Say it one more time. Just say it one more time, please.
Yeah, about a good 3 or 4 times in my life, I was called by a female because some dude so-called put his hands on her, but he might have, but she started it, hit him first, and she couldn't hurt him like I could. So I got to leave from where I'm at to come hurt some dude that's innocent, and that kind of started making me look at our sisters different because they sit in your face and they tell you they love you. And what you sisters that are listening and looking, I need you to understand that there could be a lot of dudes that's a piece of shit, but you have dudes like me that cared about you, that you're betraying. That's why you see a circle of us looking at you like, you know what? Y'all got to fix this shit. Because like I said, I met a millionaire. He set me down. He said, this is how you get here. Assets, liabilities. This is how you find out what you're worth. You get your assets, you minus your liabilities. If y'all are not willing, if you're willing to be praised and you're not willing to be criticized, there's no way for anybody to value you. It's not possible. It has to put a round figure on it. Okay, let me give you a figure. Kevin Samuels don't even bring this number up. 83% of our children are abused, sexually, mentally, physically, legally. They're abused. You got custody 92% of the time. It ain't no mystery who hurting the children.
Facts.
So I'm understanding. We talking about a lot of stuff, but we need to get down to what's important as men and women. Our first job is to protect the children. It's fuck everybody on this panel. It's fuck all these women. It's put these children first. Yes or no?
Big facts.
Okay. We need to cut the stupid shit and do that part because ain't nobody an adult at this point. We have to protect our babies first. That's our wealth. If you study history and you learn history, the person that the warring nation that kills the other person's children is the one that wins. We're running Holocaust numbers in abortion clinics. So the stupid little girl, little boy, tit for tat, we getting our ass handed to us. Ain't nobody winning no type of way. So everybody need to shut the fuck up and do what needs to be done. Ain't nobody, no man, ain't nobody that nigga because we not doing our job. That's the shit I'm pissed about. Like I said, and I meant what I said. They are sexually molesting our children more than anybody. They are physically killing our children more than anybody. That's why I'm in the call. Because I'm realizing that's not possible for us to do our job, and they're hurting and they're using this entire system. That girl sat up here, ran her mouth, and had no idea that the state is getting paid every time you do child support. I've known this information since 2006. I've known this since 2006. I'm going through the same thing like everybody else has gone through. I'm going through custody too. And with the custody issue too, Corona got everybody tripping. So like what we want to, what I want us brothers to do is focus on that aspect. Like she kept saying, go to the courts. We need to start going to courts and call these police on these women that are abusing these children. Because basically what she told the brother who showed us is, y'all wrong for fucking with us. It's your fault for fucking with us. And if we go fuck black females, we're gonna deal with the Puerto Ricans, or we're gonna deal with the other dark-skinned women in Africa who thick and cute and pretty like they are, or in South America, we assholes. But you can do it to us all day, every day. It's not, if you want us to be here and protect you, it's a two-way street. You mad with Kevin Samuels because he's telling you that we want some shit too. And if you want something for us, you got to give something to us. You don't fucking go to the grocery store and tell them, well, I'm equal to y'all. I'm just like y'all. I can match with y'all. You don't do that. You give them the fucking shit that they asked for, which is the money. I'm not interested in tick for tatting with you. I'm not interested in how strong you are. It's a certain thing I want, and that's it.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Go ahead, please.
Did you say we need to take the women to court and fight for our kids?
No. I ain't even at that.
No, I didn't say that.
When they're abusing children and when they're physically abusing children, threatening their lives, you just start calling the fucking police and get them locked up. It need to be a 40% increase in incarceration for these mothers, because they're losing their mind. You have to understand it from both standpoints. I know we upset, but you got to understand that they've been in slavery for a long time, bro, and they haven't had power, and they get a little bit of power and they lose their fucking shit.
Yeah.
And that's really what's going on. We have to have an understanding. Yeah, we've been victimized, but we have to have an understanding, because we are the leaders. What you've seen with the sister before is just a little girl begging daddy to fix it. That's basically what we watched. Y'all got to fix it. And I understand it's irritating. It's like, if you want me to do something for you, why don't you just shut the fuck up and listen?
Amen. There ain't no fixing that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Hey,
I get it.
It wasn't no fixing that. She didn't want to listen at all, bro.
She don't even want to be fixed.
She don't want what you do, and you know what you do. The power we got is our presence. Just walk off. Now this is a show. Just move. You don't have to cuss her out. You don't have to do nothing. Our presence is our power. Just leave them there. I'm not tolerating it.
I'm gonna cuss her out. I'm gonna cuss her out and leave.
You right? That? But at the end of the day, you have to teach them that your silence is power.
Yeah, you acting like it's not worth your time.
Yes,
actually makes her realize.
Yes.
Wow, I need to shape up, because men ain't gonna deal with me.
The same thing that created all things also created being polite. So it's not gonna talk while you're talking. Yeah. You have to learn silence is golden. Just listen.
I definitely appreciate her coming to the show. So we can see, in real time how fucked up it is, and how people don't want to even listen to our plight or listen to what we got to say, and thinking we're bashing women, and we're not.
We don't have to. We have each other. We don't got to worry about what people doing. Let's keep shit 100 right now. Let's keep shit a whole being. We the biggest and fastest and strongest and most talented on this fucking planet. Everybody's self-worth is attached to what we do. Being able to get their rocks off on us. Oh, I can hit you, you can't hit me back. I can hit you, you can't hit me back. These white people, these foreigners, these sisters, they can't help it. Because even in the fucked up situation we still running the fucking planet. Hip hop is the biggest culture on the planet. We run these fucking people on this planet in handcuffs. They all look up to us. Yes or no? That's what we've watched. Y'all that competed, that let the white boys play with us, they are fucking playthings. They're a joke. It's funny to watch the white boy cross you up, or he caught the ball on you. It's a joke. So at the end of the day, even though it hurt and it make you angry, while they're wrong, but they still say it's on you, it's still on us. We still men. We still the leaders. We got.
How do you do that though?
That's a good question. It's any beginning, you never ask how. You just ask why. You answer the other six. You answer the other 6 questions. Why do we got to do it? Why? Who's going to do it? When do we got to do it, and where? If you answer those questions, you answer the how.
I can respect that. The only thing is, a lot of time, bro, it's either absence or force.
It's both. Some of us got to be absent. Some of us gotta use force. We don't got that. We're not in a position to choose one or the other. We got to do both.
Hey, let me say something right quick. Sean Turner says it's not the white man's fault that 80% of black children are born to single black women, and he's absolutely right. See, the thing is, my platform is for men of all colors, because when it comes to the child support system, this system is not about color except green. They don't care if a white man coming there. They don't care if a black man coming there, a pro-black, Louis Farrakhan, Richard Spencer, the KKK. You go up in there, you will get put on child support, and you be set up for failure 9 times out of 10. They don't give a fuck who coming there. I know judges that's on child support, lawyers, police officers, everything, and a lot of them lost their career because of a baby mama terrorist. So when I tell people about my platform, the platform is about men as a whole, and what we have to do as men is put our differences to a side and definitely get ourselves in order, change the laws in our mind, because child support is never going to change. Child support will be here to the next generation. It doesn't matter. But what we have to do, like I tell everybody on my platform, we have to change the laws in our mind, take accountability. We have to love ourselves. We have to build ourselves. We have to save ourselves. We have to do for self as men. And that's what I'm about. And when I talk about a lot of these simp forces that come to these bitches' defense, that hate on another man, that's our problem right there. They just as worse as a baby mama terrorist. And like I tell people, baby mama terrorists come in all forms. It's not just a black baby mama terrorist. You got the Karen baby mama terrorists. So my platform is for men to come together, and the people that's just coming in here, there's a lot of y'all in here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to subscribe to this platform, because we definitely trying to build a brotherhood and definitely put it out there for the future about young men do not fall into the same situation. So even though child support is going to be here, that don't mean you get involved in it, because you either doing a MGTOW, you taking a red pill, you change the laws of your mind, you living a crazy lifestyle. You're not about to marry somebody that you know is for child support. You're not going to marry somebody that they mama, baby mama terrorist. You're not even going to marry a woman whose father is involved, but he's a simp enforcer, because you know 9 out of 10 is going to go into her head, and when y'all break up, child support she go. So it's a mindset that we have to fix, because child support ain't going to be fixed, but I will continue to expose this unjust system that they call government daddy. They sit back saying that, well, you know, child support is not right, but it needs to be here because fathers don't want to be fathers, and that's a fucking lie. I put out the stats all the time. 51% of black males are not having kids and they're unmarried. But you sit back and say 90% of men don't want to be fathers and all that shit. And when they say, I said this earlier, when they say black men are having getting married to all these foreigners and all these white men, I mean like white women and shit, it's only 6%. And when it comes to men having kids out of wedlock, it's 24%. And if y'all want to know the percentage of men who not being fathers, that you want to call them deadbeats, is 20%. So when y'all black men hear the narrative of men don't want to be fathers, men don't want to get married, men don't want to date the black woman, they're a motherfucking lie. And that's why I'm calling out this bullshit with these fake ass queens. Every black woman is not a fucking queen, and you got people like Umar Johnson, all these other black simp suckers going to the bitch defense, because them the ones that do what they do. You know what I'm saying? The real pro-black is gonna call out everything that's fucked up in our community, not just the white man, because the white man ain't tell that bitch to run the courts. They did. So it's a choice. And they had the power to take you off child support, and they're not gonna do that, even when you come on good terms. That's why I tell y'all to keep y'all bangs cold, and if you get to a point where you set up fucking up your foundation, you wash your hands and move on. You got to. You know
that's the main reason I ain't got no kids. Hey, every dude I know said that his baby mama wouldn't do it, and they did.
I got people on my platform who don't have kids that come on here. Guys who got full custody, guys who got equal custody, guys who don't even have a problem, but they understand and they seen it throughout their years. So that's what I'm saying. This platform is about exposing what people don't want to talk about. That's why you don't see no platform talking about child support. Maybe once in a blue moon, time to talk about off and on and shit, but they don't talk about it in depth the way I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people, white, black, blue, or green, can relate when it comes to child support. Because like I told you, white men pay the most money to get screwed the most. You know what I'm saying? It was made for them. It wasn't made for us. But yet, these motherfuckers want to tell the narrative, even pussy ass Barack Obama talking about that black men need to do better. You a motherfucking lie too. You're not even black American. How the fuck you gonna talk about us? You know what I'm saying? This shit is real. But they try to put us in the stigma of being deadbeats and child support when we're not nowhere near that factor. And that's what I'm trying to put this shit out there, so men of all color will stop realizing that it's not your fault. It's this government daddy ass system and these baby mama terrorists. And that's what it's about. Now, if you're not a baby mama terrorist, it don't affect you. And I got a lot of women on my platform that understand where I'm coming from. Just like the young lady said, I didn't like what you talking about till you said it's not about all women. And she said, you're right, this is a piece of shit. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta get to know that person or do more research than you assume. I'm always gonna wear a fuck child support hat. And if you assume that wearing a fuck child support hat means I don't want to take out my kids, then it is what it is. But what I put out as content is not showing nowhere near that I don't want to be a father or take care of my kids. But whatever you say, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these politicians are simps. They know what's going on, but it's a money game. It's a $51 billion business. And they're not going to do anything for us as men to pay our kids' lives if that's going to make them lose a $51 billion business. Illinois right now been having a 50-50 mandatory law on the table for 10 years. I live in Chicago. They're not going to put it out there unless the majority fight and put it out there. But the sad part is, it's only going to be a minority of people. So it's going to stay on that table till you force them to do it. And I'll be damned if these baby mama tell going to say, I don't think it's right. I think it should be equal parent time. That's their benefit. And I'm not even talking about some on welfare or in the hood. You got these white can baby mama tell them the worst. They run to the court fast and the nigga did get hard. And then you got the fake black queens, they follow in pursuit. Just like feminism, they follow that in pursuit. And look where they're at now. And then they sit back and talk about, well, we got weak ass men and weak black men and stuff like that, but y'all been having primary custody of our boys for the last 30 and 40 fucking years. But y'all ain't gonna talk about that. People say there's a lot of weak men, a lot of weak boys and all this shit when y'all created these motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Alienating the father, manipulating them and all that shit. But people ain't gonna talk about that. And then, like I say, people like Umar Johnson, I ain't knocking what he did in the black community, but when he come to these baby mama parents' defense, but then you on child support, the woman put you on child support, and she's alienating you seen your 6-year-old daughter, you don't talk about that. But
and you know what's funny?
But look, check it out. He say fuck child support, he ain't paying it, he's still a king of kings. But I say fuck child support, since I ain't kissing a black woman ass, I'm a motherfucking deadbeat. That's why I say they know what the fuck the deal is. They want a motherfucking simp that's gonna go, that's not gonna go to cold, and they will always give that man that collection plate, just like these fake ass preachers. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't gonna call this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Just like these other ones ain't. That's why I give a shout out to the real pro-blacks that's out there really trying to change the community. They called out the bullshit all the way around, not just this sector over here. Men. Nah. So in order for us to so-called fight against the white supremacy, we have to fight against our own home first.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's correct.
And that's what people need to realize. We got to think for ourselves. That's what I said. We got to stop going along to get along because it's some bitch with her titty showing.
Right.
That don't mean shit.
Exactly.
She's wrong.
That's
I'm not even talking about Nick.
one of the things.
I'm not even talking about Nick. I'm talking about the video I did a couple days ago when she was talking about Kevin Shames with. She had her titties hanging all down and wearing tights and shit, talking about you got molested, must got felt on by a dude or some shit. So that's what I'm saying. You can't make this shit up. But then they don't want to be.
Yeah, but Palm, that there is some psychological factors to that. Because I dealt with a chick who had that problem. Hold on, I dealt with a chick who had that problem, and because she had that traumatic experience from her like her adopted father or whatever, she now puts herself out there because she needs to feel that to feel normal. That shit happens.
And
like
you're right. A lot of
she
times,
fucked up in the head.
Right. But and I'm finna tell you, a lot of these baby mama teds got fucked up background, fucked up family structure. They mama's a baby mama terrorist. They daddy one in the picture. So yeah, I agree with you. But then they take it on that good man or that man that's trying to be a father because they're not over their past situation. Whether they got degrees, whether they're making 6 figures, it's definitely a mindset, and that's why we as men gotta definitely do thorough when it comes.
Is somebody supposed to save these hoes, Palmer?
You said what?
Is someone supposed to save these hoes, Palmer?
No.
Hell, fucking
all right,
no.
Cool. Hey, I mean, I don't want to do it. I was just wondering if somebody should.
That's them simping forces. That's what I'm saying. I'm not finna save you. That's not my job. That's her job.
Nah, like Kevin said, you said, just leave them alone.
That's what I say. We have to change the laws in our mind and stop trying to just fuck everyone we see or assume that this is the right woman because she got money and look good. We definitely have to really dissect who we dealing with. Women too. You gotta dissect who you dealing with. Keep your veins cold. Do don't want to be a father, and you know that y'all play these kids. Wash your hands and move on. Fuck them. You don't have to. You sitting here worrying about him paying $100 in the blood amount. You still hurting the kids because you take 9 out of 10. You take it out on that same kid because you can look at them like, oh, you just like your daddy and everything else. It's not about the kid, and that's why I say when it's all said and done, we talk about on this platform. It's definitely about the kids because these are the kids who suffer and lose because of the system. These baby mama terrorists that keep the father out the picture.
Yeah. You know hey, Judge Palmer. We're about to hit the 3-hour mark, and your boy at the bottom that's sitting in the bed, it look like he ain't said shit. So I want him to get his shit off.
Yeah, Lou Business. Go ahead, Lou Business straight. D. John. Yeah, I ain't realized it was going on 3 hours. Shit. Lou Business, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I jumped in late, man, but I just wanted to I wanted to catch her girl before she hopped out. But
yeah,
it's just a shame, man. Brothers, we can sit here and chop it up with each other and be civil.
That's what it's about, man.
Exactly, and be civil and have just respectful dialogue. But you have one female in here, man, and the whole situation becomes chaotic.
Hold on. Before you get started, everybody mute your mics because I'm getting feedback. Everybody mute your mic. Go ahead, business. Go ahead, bro.
Man. It's just a shame. It's just a shame, man. It's just a shame how we just can't get along with our women, man. We can't get along. So there's no way we're gonna be able to fix that child support system because we can't sit here. I can't call my ex-wife and have a civil conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? So it's pointless. Going to court. Like you said, Mr. Palmer, that shit is pointless, man. Ain't nobody been to court more than me. I done fought, and now my son is almost 18, and I'm still going through it. That court order ain't nothing but a piece of paper. It's not enforceable. If you call the police, they're not going to do anything. And I've been on both sides, so I know. But I really wanted to catch her, but she gone. We go ahead and let the other brother chime in.
We got I appreciate you, brother. We got Straight Lace up in the building. What's going on, bro?
One love, brothers. How y'all doing?
Hey, appreciate you, bro.
Bro. Hey, thank you for being patient too on the panel. Thank you for being patient.
Good. It's important when people like Neek is talking to understand that even though we pretty much feel she's wrong, what she's saying is useful. And what I mean by that is she said brothers need to set aside their ego. She really meant we need to bow down to our baby mamas. That's what she really meant. But that's what she really meant. But when you in a war,
hold on. What you got on? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, go ahead, bro. So I just caught my eye.
No, that's all good.
You going last. You going last.
So when my situation came up, I did set aside my ego and went and paid a lawyer. That was my setting aside of my ego. I didn't argue for myself. I didn't accept the phone calls. I didn't do the back and forth. I didn't do none of that. I went and paid a lawyer, and I went and got a black female lawyer.
No, you didn't.
Stand up in court strategically, a black female. So
I did that same fuck up, bro. I did the same.
It wasn't no two men picking on no black woman or nothing like that. The judge was a female. So my situation wasn't bad, but I know all brothers' situation ain't like mine. And the thing is, when it's your child, like my brother just said, he been fighting for 18 years. And it's a worthy fight, but it ain't always gonna end up on our side. So I know I got lucky. It's so what she talking about, and she was too convinced in her knowledge, but every time you asked her a factual question, a data specific question, a statistically based question, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was happening. I didn't understand what you're dealing with people like me. And then if you listen closely, everything related to her own personal situation. She was projecting based on what happened in her situation. So she didn't really have a solid foundation for where she was coming from.
She didn't want to listen to your ass. That's what it was all about. But continue.
Right. And that's what black men and other men, but brothers, I'm for the brothers. That's what we are dealing with right there. So you can't try to work it out with your baby mama. You gotta use the system that's in place. And in California, I'm in California, and it is getting better, but it ain't fair. It's getting better, but it ain't fair because I got 50-50 joint and physical custody. I got the split time, the whole nine. I still pay.
How much you pay?
$1,100 a month for 4 kids.
But y'all sit back and say if you get 50 equal parenting time that you ain't got to pay child support. That's bullshit.
That's how I knew she was dead wrong.
Yeah, because I got 50-50 in mine and I still pay.
Because California is an income leveling state, whereas the mother who, and look, I can tell you my child support was filed with the Child Support Administration, but it was administered by the court. I don't have to deal with them, but I'm registered with them. Why? I never talked to nobody there. And guess what? On my paperwork, I'm 49% and my ex-wife is 51%. That plays into that federal funding and all that other stuff. They can only get money that way. Why would I be registered with an administration that I don't even deal with? It's all about, I don't know why she say she in California, but you'll see she didn't know anything.
I get it. Shout out to you, my brother. That DJ John.
Yeah. That's all I want.
I appreciate you. Hey, I'm
appreciate you, bro.
A couple from California. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, so like the whole situation with Neek was killing me. She was just sitting here saying it from her perspective, anecdotal evidence. I'm like, how you gonna be talking about a situation you don't understand any of the actual things as far as the data statistics? She's sitting here trying to say most black men aren't or absent fathers. I'm like, that's not true. You didn't even she was on her phone. She could have done her due diligence to look some statistics up or do anything like that. She was just sitting here spouting off at the mouth. That's why you got people like Rebecca Lynn Pope, you got people like Ayanna Van Zandt, and even to this day, Dr. Shahrazad Ali still saying black women are out of order. Like, you got prominent elder
hell, you
black
got females in the chat saying that.
You got prominent elder black women that are respected therapists, counselors, life coaches saying that black women still need to get their shit together. But they're coming in like we're exclusively a problem. And the problem that we have in the manosphere is that we can never talk about black women exclusively. It always has to be both-sided. It always has to be nuanced. There's always an if and a but or a hypothetical situation that can create a non-generalized discussion about, well, not all, because this particular situation doesn't apply, this particular situation. And it's like, we can't get nowhere doing that. We got to figure out a way to be able to narrow down a problem exclusively to say, this is what you need to work on. I get that we got shit to work on, but we're talking about you right now. Because they've been doing that for 20, 30, 40 years. Exclusively talking about what we need to work on.
Excuse me, bro. How do you get a woman to actually be introspective? Like, really think about what you're demanding. Because, like, I just thought about this, like, how do you make, a woman, based off of how she views herself and how they view the world, how do you get a woman to be introspective and be like, wow, I actually fucked up?
Can I answer that as a woman?
We have to get more sisters on the side. We got to get more sisters.
I don't think you can.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we want to hit the sisters. Let the sisters.
D want to answer as a female. Go ahead, D.
As a female, I don't think the focus needs to be on how to get a woman to see things from that perspective. Women need to see it from not their perspective or their situation. They need to see it from a constitutional perspective. And enough people don't talk about how unconstitutional child support is. They talk about what they go through personally. They talk about the bitter baby mamas. They talk about even DOJ. You talk about the statistics that family courts create with these children. And that's another thing. And I want Neek to go actually pull stats from the DOJ, the Census Bureau, the Department of Human Health and Services. They will tell you that most of the problems in America stem from fatherless homes. They stem from us not allowing our fathers to play roles in their children's lives. So for every mother who's out there putting their baby's father on child support, you're raising a statistic according to the DOJ. Most children who commit suicide, the high school dropouts, the kids who end up in juvie, the men who end up being incarcerated, most of those come from single parent households that are ran by women oftentimes. But we rarely talk about how unconstitutional child support is. And there are a lot of things when a man is paying child support that women don't even understand. One thing about the right to vote, and I talk about this all the time, because especially in 2020, there was a rally cry for women to talk about how important the Black vote is, how important it is that Black people get involved in politics so that we could actually have some rights in our communities. But what most women don't realize is when you put that man on child support because of the 1998 Bill Clinton Deadbeat Parents Act, Democrat, because of that act, they made having child support debt a felony. So every time a woman decides, I'm going to call down to the court because he was late on a payment, if they come and pick that man up for 180 days, all that woman sees is 180 days in jail. What you don't realize is that man has now become a felon. And because he's a felon on paper, this Black man has lost his right to vote, or any non-custodial parent for that matter. Once they get locked up for 180 days, once that charge is on their backs, they have officially lost their right to vote. So there are a lot of things that are unconstitutional. You got licenses being pulled. And originally, I believe they started pulling licenses as an incentive to get people to pay child support. But at what point in time, if the idea is to try to capture child support, at what point in time do you strip somebody of their CDL? At what point in time do you strip somebody of their practice license? You have doctors who have lost their right to practice because of child support. And if you're actually working in the best interest of a child, at what point in time is it in the best interest for them to see one of their parents criminalized? At what point in time is it in that child's best interest to see one of their parents in shackles, to see one of their parents walking around with an ankle monitor on, simply because of child support? Another issue, 1833, debtor's prison was made illegal. Child support allows debtor's prisons to be back legal. So you cannot be locked up for owing the idea of owing debt. Just owing debt is not a crime. But for some reason, owing child support debt is a crime. And not only is it a crime, in most states, it is considered a felony. So constitutionally, you are taking away this man's right to his constitutional rights to life, liberty, and happiness. So when she said that men need to go and fight to be in their children's life, I halfway agree with that statement, because anything important in your life you should fight for. But again, no parent should have to fight to be a parent. And if a non-custodial parent is already coughing up $600, $800, $1,000 a month in child support, how much money does he actually have to hire another attorney to get to take on more court attorney fees? And not only that, risk the chance of his child support payments being increased because he's in court. Because 9 times out of 10, the custodial parent is going to tell a lie that is taken not just with a grain of salt, but it's actually taken, and judges are making awards. Judges are actually handing down orders based off of an accusation, based off of a word that somebody came and said. And no amount of receipts that most non-custodial parents provide are actually being heard in court. They're actually being considered when it comes to these kids. But there are a lot of things that make child support unconstitutional. For the women who are looking at it, they need to stop looking at it from the viewpoint of what child support does for them, because child support is not intended for them. You keep to reach out to the state to help you with your problem. Any welfare program is not designed to help you. They are designed to keep you in the rut that you're in. If child support is a $50 billion industry, why is 70% of the recipients living below the poverty line? How is that possible? 70% of you on child support live below the poverty line if it's a $50 billion industry. How is that possible?
That's correct.
Right. D. Government daddy. D, do me a favor. Take my email. I want to have you on the show and do a one-on-one with you, and I want to talk to you also. Upload the
Yeah, I got you. I got you. The bailiff.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah,
but D, let me ask you a question though. Why, when you were saying this earlier, why did Neek did not understand this?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, Neek. Yeah, like when you were sitting up there talking to Neek about this, why didn't she want to listen to you and get reasoning for that?
Because of
emotions. Women are emotional. Because women associate the breakup to child abandonment. Most women, when they are fighting for child support, they always say he left us. When they're talking to the kids, your father doesn't want to be. And I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women do. They associate the breakup because you're leaving me, leaving us. And a breakup does not equate to child abandonment. But most women are emotional, and I'm glad she admitted that at least in the beginning she was emotional. What she does still emotional, and she has to get over that, because the fact that she thinks her baby's father should have to fight to be in his life, the fact that she thinks she has the right to take away time from her baby's father is an emotional response. And women need to get off of their emotions and start really operating in the best interest of a child, because most women don't. And that's another thing. The tender years doctrine, which is bullshit. They need to pull that. So the tender years doctrine is another thing that courts use to award child custody to women, because they're saying during those years, the child needs to be with the mother, and it's based off of things like breastfeeding and things like that. But you can work around that type of stuff. But according to the abortions rate in America, you can't say the tender years doctrine has to be nothing but a bunch of fluff, because according to the abortion rate in America, women are not that emotionally attached to their kids. So that tender years doctrine makes it seem like women have more of a bond with their children because they grow inside of their birth, because they grow inside of them, they deliver them, they develop that bond in 9 months. I get that concept. But if that's the case, then why is it that women can have postpartum depression? Is postpartum depression, women who suffer from that, means you don't have any emotional attachment to your child. So that woman who goes home with postpartum depression, is that in the best interest of that child?
Nope.
You have postpartum depression, and then say, oh, well, the tender years is the reason why the child needs to be with the mother. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. The studies show, when you hear stories about people who drove their kids off into lakes, when you hear the stories about the people who killed their children at home, it's mostly women. So where's the emotional attachment then? Where's the emotional attachment when you're laying on that table and Planned Parenthood, and a doctor is crushing your baby's skull and ripping the arms off and putting the body parts back together? Where's the emotional attachment then?
And I think you had stepped out and I
emotions. What was that?
I think you had stepped out and I mentioned, that's one of the first things I mentioned, was we running Holocaust numbers in abortion clinics. I talked about how our children are abused at a rate of 83%. The only children that are hurt more than our children are Native Americans, and they got custody 92% of the time. So we need to really dial into this concept, and I agree with you in terms of those doctrines. It's pretty clear to anybody that this stuff is set up for us to fail. I mean, we say it a lot, but once you start critiquing these legalities and the implementations of them, it's not to your benefit. Doesn't actually make any sense, so I agree wholeheartedly with what you're saying, because our children are being abused at a rapid rate.
But bro, man, I still say this though. The issue is, why do we take reproductive actions as if it's something to do, like going skating or hanging out outside? Like, this is actually life altering shit. And I mean, we all everybody love to go get off. Like, you gonna find a chick you want to go mess with or whatever. But realistically, you playing with your life, you playing with your bloodline.
Yeah.
And you don't even think about it until afterwards and then complain. Like, I done watched so many brothers jump off the cliff, man.
Yeah.
By choice. And I just sit there like, the only reason I have not is because I saw you jump off the cliff and break your legs.
Well, then you told, you should have picked better. But that's like telling somebody, well, if you were gonna have a bad day, you shouldn't have left the house. Well, how the hell would I know that into the day over?
I feel like that's not I don't feel like it's actually that simple. Because
but that argument should go both ways. The women who want to claim that their baby daddies ain't shit, he wasn't shit when you was laying up with him.
And that's what I was trying to ask.
That's facts.
That's what I was trying to ask earlier, but I didn't get the response.
Yes, facts. I agree with that.
Do me a favor. I want Dallas, send me an email.
Gotcha.
I put it in the back chat. And I put it in the
and I want Noble. Both of y'all send me an email so I get y'all number. I'm gonna do a one-on-one with both of y'all.
Appreciate you.
Because this we need to talk about. This is what I talk about anyway. It went from Kevin saying about his child, but to this, and I'm glad Nick came on here. I was actually honored because I knew about her before I even had a YouTube platform. For her even come on here, and pay some attention. I appreciate you coming on here, and I wanted y'all to take heed and listen to everything she said and what I say, and y'all come with your own conclusions. But I'm gonna have to cut this short. We've been on for almost 3.5 hours. We go all night, but you know me, I'm running for child support, so I ain't got time to be on here like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I do for a living. I ain't got time to be on here like that. But I will be on here tomorrow. And but I want y'all, you Dallas and you Noble, to definitely email me today, and I get y'all number. We definitely talk behind the scenes and go from there. Oh, also, they want to know, do you have a YouTube channel?
Actually, you can catch me on, I'm developing my YouTube channel, but I do have a platform on No Filter. We're on Facebook. Matter of fact, we just had a show today and we were talking about women, and we actually talked about child support. But yeah, it's the Devil's Advocate. It's No Filter TV. So if you're on Facebook, you can find us at No Filter TV or No Filter Productions.
Well, hey, Dallas, you need to create your YouTube channel too, because people
Working
like
on
what
it.
you're talking about.
Working on it.
And we'll definitely promote it in the chat when you do.
Yo, Facebook.
That's what's up.
What's your face? Oh yeah. What's your Facebook?
My face, D in Dallas. Yeah, DEE, capital N, Dallas.
Yeah, I would promote it right now, but probably Gail Lockett, the district attorney, will find that real quick and put it in the chat. But we'll definitely put your information and it'll be in the chat most definitely.
I've been
trying to holler at you anyway, Mr. Palmer.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I've been trying to holler at you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Send me the email. We can definitely talk as soon as we get off the chat. Noble do
Hey, Palmer.
And we'll definitely make that happen.
Appreciate you, Palmer.
I'll be safe.
Yes, sir. What's up?
All right, bro.
I wanted to ask you, can I email you and have you mentor me on a good way to actually start?
Yeah. That my email's out here, man. So anybody want to email me, you got a story, you want to talk one-to-one, I do all that.
No, I wanna learn how to develop my own channel.
We could definitely. It doesn't matter. It's about uplifting us. So as men, I definitely have no problem with that, brother. Send me an email.
Sure, I will.
Yeah, the email in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna cut it short. We at 3.5 hours. D and Noble, definitely send me an email ASAP with y'all number. We'll go from there.
Gotcha.
So already done. Chat too.
It should be in there.
Yeah, you know.
I sent it already.
Shout out to Miss J for the $3 super chat. I wanted to check in. That's why I just posted up. It was a brother early it was way early, but I couldn't say that I was talking to Neek. He did a $50 donation. Shout out to you, my brother. But yeah, this is definitely a good dialogue, and man, we got 538 likes and 413 still watching. A lot of people really liked it, and I only had 19 dislikes, so that's not bad at all. Which I don't give a fuck about no dislike. I don't. So yeah,
hey Judge Palmer, and I'll do the homework and find out all the people that super chatted, and we'll get a list out, because I know we didn't get to go and get everybody on the super chat. Appreciate everybody that super chatted, Cash App, hit the like button and subscribe. All the new followers that's over here, appreciate y'all too. We'll definitely shout y'all out later. We got y'all. We'll probably do on the next show.
Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow.
Before we go, I just wanted to say I'm a young dude in college, and I appreciate you putting this information out here. This is very eye-opening, and we appreciate what you do.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. And Jaylon, I didn't know you was in college, bro. You've been on the platform for a while. And actually, now that I'm looking, I want to give a shout out to Hero. That's what's up, Brad, for the $5 donation. He says Moist Voice Watkins is on Kevin Samuels, is on the Samuels clout chasing. Shout out to you, my brother. I ain't surprised about that. Want to give a shout out to the bank. He's for the $10 donation. He said, what's in the call in, bro? I guess he's trying to call in. Shout out to you, my brother. Give a shout out to Choo Choo for the $5 donation. He said, save yourself, black men. Tell her I said titty milk. LOL. Shout out to my brother. And also, you got hold on. It ain't letting me click, but I got Mr. Marshall up in here. It ain't letting me click on his. But shout out to Mr. Marshall for the $10 cash out. Appreciate you, my brother. But yeah, y'all, like I say, y'all two definitely email me, and my little brother, I'm calling little brother, definitely email me as well. But y'all give me y'all numbers, we can definitely talk.
Indeed. Y'all be safe. Appreciate you. Thank you for the show, brother.
Oh yeah, yes, y'all
Appreciate it.
man.
All right, big dog.
Get off, man. Email me.
I got you.
Yeah, I already sent it, bro. The world class.
Cool, show. Y'all be easy, man. Y'all be smooth, and I will be on tomorrow.
Yo, can I put in a private chat?
Yeah, it's on here.
Yeah. The email, his email is in the private chat, bro, and I just put it in the goddamn, I can't even talk, in the regular chat. So it's in the regular chat and the private chat. His email.
All right, good looking
Got
out.
it, bro.
Just let me know it's you.
No, anytime, bro.
Baby mama terrorist.
You see me the email, let me know it's you.
Yeah, that's his email, Baby Mama Tears.
Yeah,
Make sure you put your name on there so he can remember who you are, so he can get at you, bro.
All right, I definitely got y'all.
All right, no problem, bro. Take it easy.
You too.
All right, y'all be easy.
All right. I just got one thing to say. Shout out to the jury of the chat. Appreciate y'all coming through, hitting the like button, and appreciate everybody coming through. And Judge Palmer, you know what it is. I'll hit you up later, bro. But everybody else, shout out to y'all. Keep hitting that like button. Keep supporting the channel. You know this message gotta get out here, bro. All right, I'm out, bro.
All right, be easy, man. All right, Stucco, you be easy, man.
Be easy, bro.
All right, peace. Hey, want to give a shout out to everybody that tuned in for the first time. And I appreciate y'all with the likes and even the dislikes. And I got to give a shout out to Nick for even coming on here. Because like I said, I've been watching her off and on for some years. And you just never know who watch you, who see you. So I give a shout out for stating her case, whether if we agreed or not agreed. But I also want y'all who's on here just to take heed to what you was hearing from me and her. You know what I'm saying? And even with this Kevin Samuels shit, a lot of these simp forces are real. And just like the brother Noble said, he said he was a simp enforcer jumping to these baby mama tears defense and find out that it wasn't even like that. So that's why I say we have to definitely change the laws in our mind as men and stop running to these baby mama tears defense because they are queens or they are women. Like, everybody is not a woman, and every man is not a king, and every woman is not a queen, and they got to be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I got this platform, because people are not going to talk about child support. They're not going to talk about a baby mama tear. They're not going to talk about this court system because people think this system is great because it benefits them. So that's why I'm out here. And like I told you, baby mama tears come in all forms. Now y'all know the true history on why child support was created. And actually, back in the day, child support was legit. Feminism back in the day was legit, but it's not today. Just like child support isn't. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care what color you was going in that courtroom. You're a man. 9 times out of 10, you're getting screwed. I had a lead attorney on here just yesterday, and he's an attorney for 20 years in Georgia, and he told us, you go in there, and the woman ain't got no problem. Yeah, she might be a baby mom Ted, but they don't show no child abuse, sexual abuse, nothing like that. DCFS ain't involved. You're not getting no custody. That's what I want y'all to know. And he said you gotta make an executive decision if you want to spend that $30,000. So that's why I tell y'all this course is not gonna change, but you need to know what's going on. So either you don't get involved in this, or you know how to get your mind right. And this is a page to we can dialogue. It's a page where we can vent. We can hold these baby mama tears accountable. This system. We talk about the economics of child support, on how rigged it is. You know what I'm saying? These simple forces. That's why I say we definitely have to get ourselves in order. We as men got to take accountability first in order to change the laws in our mind, and we have to fix ourselves, love ourselves, save ourselves, and do for self, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So it's never just about this calling out just women, because I'll be allowed to say all women are baby mama terrorists, and it's not just the black woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my platform talk about now. If y'all say, well, you bitter, angry, and who hurt you? I really don't, I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Not at all, because I want to hurt you when you ran to that courtroom. So that's why I say. So that's what the goal is on this platform. And I got more women coming on this platform that understand where I'm coming from and support it. So if I was just hating all women, you think these women would be on the platform saying good show and we appreciate you, support you? Of course not. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it went from Kevin Samuels about his situation to the main dialogue, which is about child support, and how the system is rigged and not equal for equal parent time. It's not even about the woman. It's about that $51 billion business, aka crime bill. And I'm putting it out there till I'm dead and gone. And it's fuck child support for life. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. And like I said, I'll be on tomorrow. And it's gonna be we're gonna have one-on-one dialogue. This page we do one-on-one dialogues. People tell their story, how they lost their careers on a baby mama test and child support. And I even got some stepmoms that's gonna talk about a baby mama test they dealt with being married to the husband, how unfair it is and how unfair it was in that courtroom. So it's not just men going through it, it's women going through it. So yeah, we definitely gonna keep cooking, we're gonna keep frying, and we're gonna keep exposing these baby mama tests, this unjust system, and these simple forces. So I appreciate y'all. Please subscribe to the show and also follow me on Instagram. I got over 11,000 followers. So this shit is really growing and it's cooking, and people are starting to see life for what it is. You know what I mean? Shout out to Robo Man for the $15 donation. Great conversation, informative. Yeah, it's about informing. So, you know, you can think what you want, don't like me, whatever, but you can't handle the truth. The truth is the truth. You can't handle the truth. And that's what it is. So you definitely got to tell your story, speak your mind, stop walking around with your head down thinking that what these motherfuckers say about us, because that's a false narrative. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna hold y'all no longer. Shout out to Ms. J. Anybody want to send a cash app is right there, Mr. PalmerD4S. D4S stands for do for self. Bottom screen, you can get t-shirts, fuck child support t-shirts, baby mama tears t-shirts, the fuck child support mask I got on deck, the hats, I gotta, get that in order. Ricky gonna help me out. But yeah, we about just, putting everything in one perspective and definitely getting men to change the laws in our mind. And like I said about you baby mama terrorists, Walmart is always hiring. So if you got issues with your nigga not paying them with $25 in a blunt amount, Walmart is always hiring. I have no sympathy, no mercy, no pity for you. But I will say, I got to give a shout out to Nick once again, because if she wouldn't have came on here, you wouldn't be able to hear from a woman's point of view, not all, or how she feels about child support and even with our situation. So, like I said, man, A Night Cottage Grove. I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove, y'all. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. Had both parents. So when people say you got mom and daddy issues and all that shit, I was raised by my mother and father. I don't have a criminal record. And I'm just a nigga running for child support. I let them assume whatever they want to assume. I'm running for child support. I'm a deadbeat, low life, ain't got shit, living on the couch. But when I call out you baby mama tears and this unjust system, you simple forces, you cannot call me a liar. You cannot call me a liar. So yeah, Candy say you show no mercy, you get no mercy. You damn right. And here's the thing. I told you want to come on, you can definitely come on. I'm not gonna just talk my shit and then block you. I don't want nobody getting blocked. See, that's different with me. I would talk to you and I ain't gonna disrespect you, and I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say and let the people decide on what it is. So yeah, I'm definitely, because y'all baby, well, I ain't gonna say you, I don't know if you're a baby mama Tess or not, but these baby mama Tess don't give no mercy either. So that's why I tell men, keep them veins cold. So yeah, so I appreciate people that supported Nick that came on here. I appreciate everybody came on here. Y'all came for Kevin Sanders, cool. Y'all came for this, y'all came for Nick. Hey, I appreciate all y'all. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to do more dialogues like this anyway, whether you agree or disagree. But you learn something. You learn something new every day. So I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support. This court is now adjourned. Peace.
Baby mama terrorist. EMT. Is my baby mama terrorist? I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama terrorist. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama terrorist. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama terrorist. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama terrorist. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama terrorist. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama terrorist. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I'm staying cold. It's my baby mama terrorist. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Round around, I play the role as innocent with an evil soul. In public, when fake hello, behind closed doors, who rock them walls. I moved on, trying to teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Tell her you, she did nothing wrong. Knowing that Wilson, I'm wrong. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know, you lost your mind. Say my name, and I know your kind. Say my baby, bitch, you mine. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit. Not another beat. Instead of us, go bury. Put my kids in grown folks' business. Tell them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split from that till you you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. My baby mama terror. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama terror. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama terror. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama terror. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama terror. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama terror. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I'm staying cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. You know how this shit go. Pump it up for these bitches. Pump it up for these hoes. Pump it up for these bitches. You know how that shit go. Pump it up for these bitches. Pump it up for these hoes. Pump it up for these bitches. You know how this shit go. Pump it up for these bitches. Pump it up for these hoes. Pump it up for these bitches. You know how that shit go.
Hit the bitch once, don't call her back. Hit the bitch once, now call her back. She going to my phone, I tell her I ain't home. I ain't tryna tell her that the hair was back. Bitch get mad, I fuck around, get smacked. I ain't really tryna go through all that. Say you want the truth, but I know that's catfish. I'm an OG, gon' fall for the trash. Talk me back and get dropped. Raise the voice, the bitch pop. Think you the only baddie out here that shoot shot, bitch stop. I ain't like these simp niggas that open doors and wanna hold your hand. I'ma be beside you, inside you, see back to your man. Hoes say that I'm toxic. No, bitch, these niggas lost it. Lame niggas gassing up your head. I don't like pictures, get thick instead. Got hair while smoking on the end, though. Then put the bitch in the friend zone. So many hoes can't worry about one, so I'm pumping dumb hoes, yeah, one of dumb hoes, yeah.
Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how this shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how that shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how this shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how that shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. I don't give a fuck about man, bitch. These simps are the ones you can control. Second forces, son husbands, blue pill or sideline haters. You wanna talk, I'll see it later. I don't wear a case so I can save ya or take ya. So what's going on? I'm coming to your home looking for some stone. You don't get down like that. Where the fuck you at? Get tricked, bitch, or stay at home. But here's the niggas wanna ask me those like I'm one of them niggas. I ain't got shit. Walmart's always high hoes. You better for your ass some business. I ain't got time for that fuckery. I don't play games, I stay selling free. I'm Mr. Palmer, better recognize me. I know you get down, you belong to the streets. Stop playing games, how to sell it. Say your body count is irrelevant. Man, you were just an embarrassment. Another pump it down, baby mama Terry. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how this shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how that shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how this shit go. Pump it down for these bitches. Pump it down for these hoes. Pump it down for these bitches. You know how that shit go.